What's going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? Dodgers, Braves, Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. We are underway. What is going on, everyone? Hello. What's going on? How are we doing? We got the Dodgers. We got the Braves. Braves trying to get to the World Series for the first time since 1999. Dodgers just trying to force a Game 7 here to make it back to the World Series for the second year in a row. Hope everyone's doing well. We're at around 20 people right now. Hopefully we get some more people start to trickle in. Hey, bit of a sad day for me. I gotta say, reflecting on the Red Sox season today, and a bit of a bummer of a loss last night. But you know what? Couldn't be more proud of my Red Sox this year. Hey, no one saw them coming this far, not even myself. So they exceeded a lot of expectations. That Houston Astros team, you just got to give them a lot of credit. I mean, it's a really good team. Whoever they end up playing from this series, it's going to be a good series. It'll be a tough series. But before I do get started, if anyone is new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell button, hit the share button. We have memberships on the channel as well. If you see that join button, if you click it, you'll see all the perks pop up. You get badges and emojis, Q&As for future live shows, access to a private Discord and subreddit. We also have a link for Dr. Squatch in the description below for 10% off your first order. If you're looking for some soaps to make you smell absolutely amazing. Here we go. Let's get to the game. It is underway here in Atlanta. Ian Anderson going for the Braves tonight. Walker Buehler on 3 days rest for the Dodgers. Hey, we'll take a look at some of those stats. We'll see how Walker Buehler's done in his career on 3 days rest. I actually don't even remember if he's ever pitched on 3 days rest, but we'll go take a look at that. We'll take a look at Ian Anderson, what he's going to be giving us tonight. We're in for a good game tonight, I think. My prediction for tonight, I think the Braves win this one tonight, and I think they move on to the World Series to go up against the Houston Astros. We'll have to wait and see. Alrighty, everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me. Let's get a little bit of activity in that chat going. What's going on? How are we doing? Mookie Betts flies out here to center field to start off the game. Alrighty, let's get this game on Baseball Savant. Alrighty, but Mookie Betts just flying out for the first out of the game, and we are underway here in Atlanta. Max Scherzer was supposed to be the starter for tonight, but this guy's been dealing with a dead arm, so no Max Scherzer. Not surprised, because his stuff has not really been that crispy in the playoffs. He's gotten the results, he's gotten good numbers, but he just wasn't feeling it here tonight. So in his place will be Walker Buehler. And let's actually go to Walker Buehler. Let's pull up his stats. Let's see if we have anything for him on 3 days rest in his career. A very good season for him. 16-4 record, a 2.47 ERA over 33 starts, getting around 9 strike. No, that's not the right one. Getting how many strikeouts per 9 was he getting? Around 9? Yeah, around 9 strikeouts per 9, under a home run per 9, around 2 walks per 9. Walker Buehler, he is rather good. But let's go to his splits in his career to see if he has pitched on 3 days rest. So taking a look here. Baseball Reference, you are killing me right now. Days of rest. There's a ground ball. Albies has it. And that's on to first for the second out. Corey Seager grounds out. Here we go. 3 days rest. He has never started, at least in the regular season. I cannot remember if Walker Buehler has ever started a game on 3 days rest in the postseason. But in the out of the bullpen, he has pitched on 3 days rest before. Only 2 times. So not really much of a sample size regular season-wise. Again, I don't know if he has pitched on 3 days rest. I can't remember in the playoffs. But either way, this is going to be a big-time start for Walker Buehler tonight. As for Ian Anderson, let's go take a look at how he did this year. Overall, 24 starts on the year, a 9-5 record, a 3.58 ERA. Let's actually go take a look at his game log. Let's see how he's done in this postseason so far. In the postseason, this year, he over 3 starts, a 2.16 ERA, only around 8 innings, so he has not been able to go deep into games, but he's been effective in those innings. So he's got a tough task against the Dodgers here tonight. Let's actually take a look at his game log really quick, and let's see in his last start against the Dodgers in this series. Wait, hold on a second. So yeah, has he had 2? Oh, okay, this is tonight's start. I'm thinking, wait a minute, he's already pitched 2 times in this series. Back in his first start, 3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. So 3 walks in his last start against the Dodgers. Not really too effective, but overall, we're looking for a deeper start tonight from Ian Anderson. I believe that was game 2, right? That was game 2, right? Because I think, God, I wish I could just pull up the box score. Morton started game 1. Yeah, Ian Anderson was game 2. So that was against Scherzer. Scherzer didn't really go much farther than him. But as for Walker Buehler, let's go to his game log. Let's see how he's been doing. My personal moderator is here. What is going on? Hello. Emmanuel, Craig, Brady Johnson, Gus, William, what's going on? How are we doing? Edmund19, hello. Welcome. Swing and a miss. Ian Anderson strikes him out, and Trey Turner will head back to the bench. A rather quick top of the first here for Ian Anderson, and the Dodgers are held scoreless here to start things off. But let's take a look. Walker Buehler. So let's see how he's been doing in this postseason. So he had a couple of starts against San Francisco. He did get the loss against San Francisco in that game, but he did not pitch particularly bad. Manzak11, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. He didn't pitch really all that bad. 6 1/3, 3 earned runs. He gave up a couple of home runs there against the Giants. Took the loss. Pitched against San Francisco again. 4 1/3, only give up a run that time. And then against Atlanta in his first start in this series, 3 2/3. He gave up 4 runs total, only 2 were earned. So neither Anderson or Buehler were really too effective in their last starts against each team. So we'll have to wait and see how they do tonight. I'm very intrigued about Walker Buehler. But in this postseason, overall, he's been rather, solid for the most part. So it'll be an interesting start tonight. But I think for me, I got the Braves winning this one tonight. They're back home in front of that home crowd. I don't know. I saw the Dodgers winning Game 5. Last game at home. I didn't see them, losing this series at home. When they're coming back to Atlanta. I see Atlanta winning tonight, though. But we actually had a poll. I put a poll today. I have not looked at that poll all day. Taking a look here. So looking at, whoops, that's the wrong one. So looking at the community tab here, over 1,000 votes. Wow, you guys went crazy. 68% of you, Brotato Chip has just subscribed. What's going on? That's a fantastic name. But in the poll that I posted today, over 1,000 of you voted. 68% of you have the Braves winning tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. Venicera, what's going on? Another one of our members has joined. Hello. Funny story. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, my voice is not working with me. Yeah, funny story earlier. I actually thought the game was on at 5 o'clock today. I don't know why I thought it was on at 5. I'm not sure where I mixed that up. I don't know, but I actually went live at 5 o'clock. And quite a few of you caught it. And so another potato moment from yours truly. So as soon as I was only live for like 30 seconds and it was on the starting soon screen. And I realized that someone put in the comments saying, you're a little early. And I was like, wait a minute, isn't the game on at 5? And no, it was not. It is on now. So here we are. It actually worked out because I got to go back out and go do some Uber. Ended up making pretty decent money over a couple hours. So I'll be going back out later tonight after this game. Hopefully this game moves a little quick. The Uber today going pretty well so far. Michael Urigas, what's going on? Man, we're getting a few subscribers here tonight. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that. We are trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. We're on our way. We're at 14.6K now. Hopefully, by the end of the World Series, we're at 15,000. That is the goal. I'll be live for every... You know what? I know I've said this. I know I said I'll be live for every single game, but I actually might be a little late for one of the games. I believe the one on Wednesday. On Wednesday. So that'll be game 2. I might be a little late for this game. The girlfriend, it's her birthday. We got to go out. We're going out to dinner that night. So I can't cancel birthday dinner. I hope you all understand. But I'll probably be a little late for this one. It could end up being that I end up doing just a post game for this one. I just connected the dots like earlier today. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to get to game 2 in time. So, but yeah, so. But I will be here at some point on Wednesday night. World Series Game 1 starts Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Then we got game 1 on Tuesday, game 2 on Wednesday. Then we got Thursday off. And then Friday will be game 3. And then both Saturday and Sunday we'll have games 4 and 5. So, but Walker Buehler on the mound here for the Dodgers on the road. Let's actually take a look. Let's see how Walker Buehler has pitched on the road this year. I mean, I'm sure the numbers are just as good. But on the road, oh no, oh no, that's his career. Sorry. Ooh. All right, so this year on the road, Freddie Freeman on to second. He flips it over on to first. Double play. And Walker Buehler with a big double play. Freddie Freeman heading back to the bench. But this year, Buehler, 14 starts on the road, 5-2, a 3.08 ERA. So I expect a pretty good game tonight from both pitchers. Sydney Martell, your friend wants the Braves to win. I would not mind an Astros-Braves World Series. I would not mind it at all. Oh, if the Braves win tonight, we're going to be seeing a lot of hate on the Dodgers tonight. Here's Ozzie Albies hitting .263 this postseason. Had a good series against the Brewers, but not really too much overall in this championship series. All right, we're at 42 people. Hopefully, we had a good turnout last night. We got up to, I think we got over 300 people in there last night. I can't fully remember. Chupapi Muñano, Keith Califf, hello. Kira Owens, what's going on? Hello, hello. Nahawan, what's going on? Didn't see you come in. Buehler's stuff is looking all right tonight. Let's go pull both of those guys up on Baseball Savant. Alrighty, but Walker Buehler, look at these numbers on Baseball Savant this year. Red all across the board. He has given up one incredibly hard hit ball this year. As you can see, he ranks near the bottom in max exit velocity. Ozzie Albies hits it out to right, and that's off the wall. Ozzie Albies rounds first, into second, head first slide, and he is safe. And the Braves, after the double play, have a double from Ozzie Albies, and the Braves are in business. Jacob Toon, what's going on? Ozzie Albies, that was a shot. And the Braves have a runner on second. Well, let's go pull up Ian Anderson as well. Actually, real quick, before I move on to there, let's just break down all of the pitches that Walker Buehler has. Take a look here. Four-seam fastball. 44% of the time he throws a cutter, a slider, a curveball, a sinker, a changeup. Walker Buehler is a six-pitch guy. I mean, good grief. This guy has all the pitches. Now, let's go take a look at Ian Anderson. So there is definitely a good reason why Walker Buehler is so good. He has 6 pitches, and all of them have good stuff. As for Ian Anderson, more of a 3-pitch guy. He threw 6 sinkers this year, so I'm not really even going to count that. But he leads the way with the 4-seamer. Changeup he'll go to, and then the curve as well. So really, Ian Anderson, a 3-pitch guy. If you take a look at his expected numbers, more in the blue for him. So starting pitching-wise, you give the edge to Walker Buehler, but you also have to remember he's on 3 days rest. You never know how that's going to go. So, are we back? Hello, hello. I think we're back. There's that one lag in the beginning of a stream. I don't know why. It always happens in around like the first 10, 15 minutes of a stream. It's the same time, like every single time. I don't understand that. Do you guys notice that? It's always in the beginning of a stream. Always near the beginning, like that first 10, 15 minutes. I'm glad it happens early, but like, man, I wish it just wouldn't happen at all. I don't know why it does that. I've tried resetting my router. Like, I don't know. Emmanuel, what's going on? Came for the baseball, staying for the hype stream. Appreciate that, my friend. But everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me. Let's get that like button hit so we can try and get some more people in here. Oh, Austin Riley smashes it to left. And that's out of his reach. That bounces over the wall. That's a ground rule double, and the Braves have scored first. Austin Riley, a little quiet ever since the beginning of this series. And he comes alive here. And that's big for the Braves because they had that double play. Usually these double plays, they tend to change the momentum. But the Braves, you got to like what they're doing here. You got to like what they're doing. A double play, you could get easily deflated from that. But Ozzie Albies with a big swing, Austin Riley with another big swing, and the Braves are up 1-0. This happened with the Astros last night. They scored first, and they never let it go. Can the same thing happen for the Braves? It is very early, but the Braves are in position to go to the World Series. Waffle Man, what's going on? Waffle Man, I would love to see the Braves in the World Series. I think it's his time. It's time. There's been so many good Braves teams over the years, and they just fall short every single year. So many good Braves teams. Last year was a good Braves team. Is anyone else live tonight in the baseball world? I'm guessing Mr. John Boy and Jake. I'm guessing they are live. No. Wow, they're not live. All righty. Well, it looks like it's just us tonight, everyone. There's a pop-up center field. Bellinger has it. But the Braves strike first. You know, I wonder, Logan Jones. I wonder about Dave Roberts because I look at Dave Roberts like I look at Aaron Boone, right? Because, I mean, we talked about this in a stream this past week, but the Dodgers, it's a collaborative effort there. So, you know, all Yankee fans are saying, oh, Aaron Boone's got to be gone. He's got to be gone. And then, look what happens. He gets a new 3-year contract. Odd villain, what's going on? How are we doing? But yeah, Edmund 19, no John Boy and Jake, no talking baseball tonight. So, hey, we got to take advantage. Let's see if we can get the viewers tonight. Blade, maybe Bueller has a blister bothering him. Hey, you got to hate those blisters, man. Aiden, what's going on? Robbie, what are your predictions for Julio Rodriguez's debut? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Mid-season, I think you could see him mid-season. Yeah, Mickey Thomas, yeah. That's a good point, too. A lot of injuries for the Dodgers. And they've had a lot of injuries, too, because, they had a lot of depth. That just shows they had a ton of injuries. So, all righty, we're into the 60s now. Nicholas, what's going on? Evening all. Go Braves. Douglasville in the house. What is going on? Hello, hello. I'm expecting a Braves win tonight. That's what I'm expecting. Ever since they went up 3-1, I'm like, you know what? They're not going to blow it this year. They're not blowing it. I'm sticking to it. And if I'm wrong, I will take it on the chin. But I had a gut feeling about this one this year. This Braves team. It was weird because I talked about this last night. There was something about last year where in my gut, I was not ready to put the nail in the coffin with the Dodgers. This year, it's different. It just feels different. It feels like this Braves team, they're just coming at you. And Edmund 19, and hey, the Braves also, taking advantage. This Dodgers team, they've been weakened by injuries. Oh man, I'm looking at this IHOP commercial right now. Oh man, I would not mind some pancakes. Venezuela, I want a game 7 because I want more baseball. Venezuela, as much as I would love a game 7, I also would really like, I wouldn't mind a night off. If there is a game 7, I'd be more than excited. But I would not turn down a night off as well. Just saying. I love going live every single time we can, though. Every opportunity we got, I love doing it. But you know what? My eyes, man, they've been working pretty hard watching all these games. I would still watch the game, even if I wasn't going live, I would still watch or listen. But yeah, I will say all of you have definitely made all of this a lot more fun. I do like some French toast. Logan, man, I'm gonna go to Cracker Barrel this week. I'm gonna do it. I didn't do it today. I probably should have done it today because I did Uber all day. I should have started my day that way. I might end up being up late tonight. It's Saturday here, and it's Orlando. It's popping. I might be out late. Oh, Will Smith with a high pop up out to left. That's not going to have the distance. And there's the first out. But yeah, I'll be out as soon as this game is over. I'll be out on the road doing some Uber tonight. Hey, Blade, Grand Slam from Denny's always sounds good. I'm a big breakfast fan. I'm a breakfast for dinner kind of a guy, I just, anytime, if you put eggs and pancakes and, sausage or bacon, whatever in front of me, or an omelet. Oh, I got to start making omelets again, man. I love me a good omelet. Anyone else feel that way? Just omelets are just fantastic. Odd villain. I'm not gonna, rush out of my chair to go to a Denny's. But, if there's ever a time to just, if Denny's is there, it's more, the old Robbie back, 10 years ago that would go out late at night to have some beverages, some beverages, is, I guess I'll just call it that. This is a kid's show. We cannot talk about certain things. But yeah, Denny's, if we were driving by, I'd be like, oh, that sounds pretty good. IHOP is still in my opinion, I think IHOP is superior. The omelets at IHOP are rather good, I gotta say. They give you a lot of omelet. But here we go. Ian Anderson, 0-2 count. Big swing and a miss from Chris Taylor, and Ian Anderson with a strikeout. He is looking rather good here so far for the Braves. You know, John, Waffle House is the GOAT. It's the GOAT. Waffle House is so good. It's so good. I know it's Waffle House, so obviously they're going to have good waffles, or they should have good waffles, but dang, they got a good waffle over there at Waffle House. I'll go to Waffle House after the gym sometimes. You know, I'll go lift. I'll go do some squatty squats, some deads, you know, and a little bit of bench, some pull-ups, and go pull up to Waffle House after, you know. God, I love Waffle House. I'll go to Waffle House anytime. It does, Jacob. It does. Waffle House at 3 in the morning. I don't even need to have any beverages. I can just go. So good. Yeah, Papa, you know, I actually don't eat breakfast very much. I have coffee in the morning when I go to work. Brad, what's going on? How are we doing? You know, Nicholas, there is a Waffle House around me. I live in a decent area. And, you know, the Waffle House around me, I would say it's a more of a classy Waffle House. But Waffle House it's really good for, you know, guys that are driving like truckers and whatnot. It's a great stop for those kind of guys where they can just go, you know, just because you got a Waffle House like off of so many exits, you know, a lot of rest stops. Oh, wow. Yeah, they don't have Waffle Houses up north, do they? Up in the Northeast. More of a southern kind of a thing. There's a ground ball to Albies. Oh, no, that was a liner. It looked like a ground ball. It was hit that hard. Edmund 19. Favorite soda. You know, I don't drink ginger ale. I'm a ginger ale kind of a guy. You know, it fits perfectly considering I'm a ginger. Everyone, I was driving today I was driving Uber, and you know, I've mentioned this a couple of times. So my goal for next year, I want to finish out this school year as a teacher, and I've talked about this, and I really want to start focusing on this channel. Like, I really want to grow this channel. But, you know, I got to have a good source of income coming in with it too. The channel itself will not pay my bills. But the Uber has been really good the last few weeks. I'm still testing it out. But it's been really good, I have to say. I've been anywhere from 20 to 25 an hour on average. But yeah, the plan is that I want to get, you know, I'm in a little Kia Rio right now. It's around 90,000 miles. It's still going really strong. It's you know, those little Kia Rios, man, they can take a beating. They're good little cars. But eventually I'm going to want to get into a more reliable car. I got my eyes, everyone, on the 2022 Honda Civics. I got my eye on it. Everyone, I need you to help me out here. You know, I'm a little stuck on what build of the Honda Civic to get. Luis K, everyone, help me out here. You know, because I'm pretty torn. Here, let me actually pull up. I'm a little torn on the sedan and the hatchback. I'm a hatchback kind of a guy, you know? But, man, both of them look great. You know, sorry, we're getting away from baseball here a little bit. But everyone, help me out of here in the chat. What do you like better? Do you like the sedan or do you like the hatch? You know? I like this hatch. I gotta say, there's a lot of people out there that they don't want to call it a hatch. I guess they're calling it more of like a Sportback. Tell me what you think. What do you like? Do you like the hatchback, or do you like the sedan? I mean, the sedan is pretty nice too. Help me out, everyone. I'm months away from getting something, and here is the sedan. I mean, I kind of like it. I like both. I'm a hatchback guy. I love me a good hatchback. But, I like both. And the sedan is a little cheaper, too. So, what do you guys think? What do you think? Give me a vote in the chat. Should I go a little extra for the hatch? Or just stick with the sedan? I don't know. What do you think? What are you guys saying here? Ooh, line shot. Corey Seager's got it. Jock Peterson just nailed that. That's a good sign for Jock Peterson, though. He hit that on the screws. Oof. That's a good sign. Sure, that's an out now, but wait till his next at-bat. But let's see. What are you guys saying? I see Mickey. I have been to a Giants game when it was called AT&T Park. Nicholas, I was looking at the Camrys as well. I was looking at Camrys. I don't know what it is. Like Toyota, it's, they're just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like Toyota, I've never gotten myself to get one. But I like Toyota, Oh, Kara Hightower, what's going on? Robbie, I know it's not pertinent for tonight, but between innings, can you please recap again Maldonado's absolute bullet? Oh, what a throw. I think that was the play of the game. I really think that was the play of the game. I think that pretty much I know Kyle Tucker had the home run, but there's a ground ball left side. It's a dribbler down the line, just goes foul. But to me, that was the nail in the coffin for the Red Sox, in my opinion. I know they still had a couple of more innings there, but that to me, that took any bit of air out of the Red Sox that they might have even had. That was a rough call from Alex Cora, but Maldonado, give him a lot of credit. He's not really there for the bat. He's there for the defense. And I was actually listening to some analysis, and the Astros, they made a lot of good adjustments. And I listened to Alex Cora mainly. He was saying the reason the Red Sox bats went cold was they just couldn't hit their fastballs. So they made, it seemed like in the early going, the Astros, they were kind of leaning more towards their off-speed kind of stuff. But if you notice, Luis Garcia last night, he was just pumping fastballs. So, Jacob Toon, $5 super chat. Got to remember Walker didn't know he was pitching tonight until late last night. Also, Brett Phillips for MVP 2022. Brett Phillips, can we get him the MVP? Thank you, Jacob Toon. Thank you, Kara, for the super chats. Really appreciate that. There's a ground ball up the middle. Not in time. Trey Turner made a good play, bobbled it a little bit, just not in time to get Travis d'Arnaud, and he has himself a single. They're not calling that an error. I mean, you can't really call that an error because he had to really go out of his way to get it. So, Trey Turner, he just couldn't really come set, couldn't really get his feet set. He did all he could on the throw. Oh, we got another super chat coming in. Kara Hightower. Also, Kias and Hondas have good warranties. Yes. But my Toyota RAV4 saved my life. Hey, Toyota RAV4s, those things are bulletproof. Kara, I appreciate that. $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. That's the one thing, Toyotas are very good when it comes to safety. Very good with the safety. Toyotas they're not really known for really performance. They're not really known for, being like a peppy little car. Like, they're just good on gas. They're safe. They're the perfect commuter car. So I'm considering Toyotas as well. But man, I do like those Hondas, man. Those new Hondas that came out, do like him. Mickey Thomas, Giants ballpark is fire. Yeah, I really like their ballpark. Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, I agree. Toyotas are great. I mean, there's a reason they've been around for so long. There's a good YouTube channel, if you guys don't know. His name is Scotty Kilmer. He's like this old guy. He's like a mechanic. But when I say old guy, don't think he's boring. This dude is full of energy. He's actually really funny to watch. Oh, $5 super chat. Kara, RAV4 gang, let's go. I got a 97 RAV4. I bet that thing is still bulletproof. Only 94,000 miles. Wow. Really? 94,000 miles on a 97 RAV4? Whoa. That thing will last for, man, forever. That's crazy. Only 97,000. Hey, thank you for that super chat. You guys are really, you guys are helping me out, trying to save up more for a down payment. I really appreciate these super chats. So, yeah, any money, I'm gonna tell you all right now. I'm very transparent. All money that I'm making on this channel, that any revenue, any super chats, it's going right into my savings that I have titled "Down Payment for Car." I'm telling you, that's everything I make. It's going right. Anything I'm making off of Uber, it's going into my savings. I'm gonna be saving up. I'm done with teaching this year, the last week of May. So, and I get my last paycheck for the school year because it's a 10-month contract. So I get my last paycheck on June 10, I don't know, June something. So, yeah. Any money I'm making right now, it's going towards a down payment for a new car, because I want to get a more reliable car to do Uber, because that to me is going to be the most flexible way for me to, bring in income while still being able to work on this channel as much as possible. Yeah, that's the goal here, everyone. I want this channel to be a full-time thing, but I really want to put more time into it. That's been kind of a problem this year. Last year, it was easier because I just felt like I had more time last year. But, kids were at home a lot next year. And it was just I don't know. I don't want to say it was an easier year last school year, but I don't know. I just felt like I had more time. It just wasn't as, it's just been way more busy. So there were a lot of things that we didn't have to do last year just because of all the COVID restrictions and everything. And, it was just an easier year for the teachers. They kind of cut out some things to make it a little easier on the teachers. But this year it's back to just work. And, I've been feeling it this year. So, but yeah, doing Uber, for 30 hours, 40 hours a week, that's going to be really flexible, and I'll be able to kind of pick and choose when I work. Some nights I'm definitely going to have to work just because those are busy nights. Like Saturday nights, I'll definitely be hopping on. But that really works out because the channel itself, according to the analytics on this channel, you guys tend to view the channel more often Monday through Thursday and then Sunday through Thursday. So Fridays and Saturdays, those are good days to do Uber, at least here. So, John, watch you come up with a business plan, end up on Shark Tank. I need to come up with a product. So, highlight glory. I teach second grade. Emmanuel, who's my favorite Red Sox player of all time? I'd have to say Kevin Youkilis. I really like Kevin Youkilis. Really liked him. Still 1-0 Braves here. Top of the third, 2-2 count. A.J. Pollock is up. He had a huge game in the last game back in L.A. Couple of home runs from him. It was the A.J. Pollock, Chris Taylor show in Game 5. Can he do it again tonight? Ian Anderson, 89-mile-an-hour changeup on the inner half. He fouls it off. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got away from the car question. So I think a lot of you were saying the hatch. Yeah, I like the hatch. There's just something about a good hatchback. I had a Mazda 3 2018, which is actually pretty small. Oh, Pollock rips it! That's into the gap. Oh! Duvall slips, and that gets by him. Rosario throws it in. Oh, Duvall. Is he all right? He slipped in the outfield, and Pollock has himself a double. That was ripped into the gap. And the Dodgers got the tying run in scoring position. So Logan Jones, he's thinking Hatch. Nicholas says Hatch. Craig says Hatch. Lane says Hatch. Oh, we got a super chat. Another one. Aussie Craig with a $2.99 Australian super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Aussie, man, if you got a question in the chat, put it in the chat for me. I really appreciate that. Connor, how did his ankles not get what? How did his ankles get broken? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it was wet out there, or his cleat caught the grass or something. You know, Venecer, I don't know how to put a poll in the chat. How do I do that? I've seen other channels do it. I don't know how to do it. I got to figure it out. Connor, he's on ice skates. Look like it. Oh, Beatty rips it to left, but Rosario's there. Holds Pollock at second. But yeah, Kara, I had the Mazda 3. I love that car. Oh my God, that thing drove so nice. Oh, love me a good Mazda, man. I'm a Mazda fan, but their cars are they're really cramped in the back seats. They're not good for, giving people a ride or something. Or I had I would pick up, friends or whatever. We would, go out as a group, out to eat or, to the beach or something. It was always, they always said it was so cramped. Jacob Toon with a $2.69 super chat. What's going on? Hello, hello. Jacob Toon, thank you so much. 71 people in the chat. George Wait, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Logan Jones, a Dodge Charger. Ooh. Bet that thing is rather nice, driving that on the road. Mickey Thomas, I drive a Mazda 3. I've had it for about 9 months. Pretty solid, fun to drive. Yeah, Mickey, I love Mazda, man. I had the Mazda 3, the hatchback from 2018. Wow. Loved that car. I was really sad. That was the car I traded in for my Kia right now, my little Kia Rio. I owed about 15 on it, and I was like, you know what? I really want to get this car loan paid off quicker, and I want to be able to save up for a car quicker. So I traded it in. Or actually, no, I sold it. I sold it to CarMax. I paid about, I think, 21 for that Mazda 3 because I got a deal on it because they were just about to come out with their next generation. And they were trying to get rid of the 2018s before 2019. And I was like, okay, they took 3,000 off of it. It was supposed to be for like 24 or like 23 or something. And they took $3,000 off of it after all the fees and whatever. Yeah, like I ended up paying like 21 for the whole thing. And then I sold it to CarMax 2 years later for 17. So, considering how much cars depreciate, like I feel like I actually made out pretty good on that. So, JD Sports Zone, Johnny Gomes, man. Love me some Johnny Gomes. Kara, boyfriend is 6'3", can sit comfortably in the back seat of my RAV4. Yeah, the SUVs, they're really popular these days. It feels like everywhere you go, you see an SUV now. And now you're starting to see those subcompact SUVs. Starting to see the small SUVs out there now. You got the Mazda CX-30. Toyota's actually coming out with a compact one. Another super chat. Jacob Toon. We got a super chat party going on in here. $10 super chat. What's your biggest pet peeve about baseball? Mine is people saying us Rays fans don't exist because we don't show up. They don't know the struggle of getting to the Trop from Tampa. Oh, trust me, Jacob. I know your pain. I've gone to Tropicana many times. Many times. I know the pain. Probably the worst experience I had was when I decided I wanted to go to Tampa before the game. I went to Tampa for a few hours. Oh, there's a ground ball to third. Riley has it on to first. Betts grounds out. And the Dodgers do nothing with the double from Pollock. And Ian Anderson is pitching really well here. Wow, already 3 innings for the Dodgers going by just like that. Wow, this has been a pretty quick game so far. Ian Anderson's working really efficiently, only 40 pitches through 3 innings. He is pitching really well. You got to wonder, are the Dodgers maybe being a little too aggressive here? You know, the Dodgers, I think the key here moving forward, they're going to have to slow this game down a little bit. Ian Anderson, he's only thrown 25 strikes out of the 40. Not a bad ratio, but the Dodgers, they're swinging at some balls right here. So, Jacob Toon, sorry, I didn't answer the question. But yeah, I know. I was talking about, one time I went to Tampa for a few hours, before the game, thinking, oh, okay, I'll go hang out in Tampa for a little bit. I'll go try out, a couple of places I wanted to eat. I went to the mall over there too. And getting from Tampa to St. Petersburg was a nightmare. It was so bad. I didn't get to the game, I think, until the 3rd inning. It was so bad. It was awful. And because I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. So, yeah. My biggest pet peeve, Jacob, I would have to say, there's definitely a few. I don't know. You know what? Lately, I would say I'd say the baseball writers, honestly have been a bit of a pet peeve for me. Because they don't, I don't know. Baseball writers these days, and just the media in general, I would say, they really just try to go for these emotional kind of stories, where they don't dig deep. They don't dig deep into actual baseball stuff, and a lot of people will disagree with me over this, and I'll still hold firm. I will stick to my guns. The Nolan Arenado trade, that to me, the trade of Nolan Arenado to me, I've mentioned this so many times, and if you're hearing this for the first time, I've said the Nolan Arenado trade was actually, in my opinion, good for the Rockies to do. Where they messed up was signing him to an extension in the first place. They should not have signed him. They did the best possible thing to be able to get rid of Nolan Arenado. The way the market works in baseball, people are thinking like, what? They gave up $50 million. They had to give up $50 million to get rid of Arenado, and they only got like these kind of whatever prospects. That's how baseball works in the business. So, writers, they tend to not really go as deep. All they did was just trash on that whole trade, which I can understand why people on the surface are going to say, oh, wow, that's really bad. But really, when you dig into it, when you look at how the market works, Nolan Arenado was basically, they gave him new car money. We're talking about cars, and I've made this analogy before. It was basically like paying for a new car, and then the value just completely, fell off when you drive it off the lot. So, and Nolan Arenado was aging, getting into that age, and he's getting hurt. It wasn't a good deal. It was a horrible deal. Like that was a bad move from the Rockies, and they realized they made a mistake. It was a bad move. And look at how they did the next season after they signed Arenado. They did awful. They lost 90 games. It was a terrible move to sign him to an extension like that. They had no flexibility to spend anywhere else. They were paying this guy so much. Anyway, but I can go on and on about that. I personally believe that was the best thing for the Rockies to do. But now they have that, over $30 million to be able to use elsewhere, But it just frustrated me that the writers on that trade, they didn't get into I never once saw one thing on why the Rockies did the move, or like I saw a little surface area kind of reasons, but I never really saw anyone dig deep into why they did it. I think just baseball writers, I think they're just lazy today. I think they're just lazy. I think, a guy like Foolish Baseball, he does really good work over there. He makes good stuff, and he really digs deep into the numbers. And, well, he actually also didn't like the trade either. A lot of people didn't like that trade. I just feel like it was the right thing to do. Shouldn't have signed him to an extension in the first place. But another pet peeve I have, Jacob, I would say, it's kind of one of those, this is one of those things where I know I have a lot of them and I just can't think of them in the moment. It's just when they happen, I'm like, oh, I hate when that happens. It's a big pet peeve of mine. Here we go. I got my biggest pet peeve. Biggest pet peeve. Here it is. Bias. I hate bias. I hate when people, they are just so attached to their own team and they don't. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. Trust me, I can show a little bias for my Red Sox sometimes. I don't know. I feel like I've really shown that I'm not just going to pick my Red Sox. I'm going to pick based off of who I feel, if I'm picking a series or whatever, I'm picking over who I think is just going to be the best team. And yeah, sure, I was wrong this year about the Red Sox. I'm glad I was wrong, honestly. But yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine, just bias, And we got those other baseball YouTubers out there. They show bias towards their teams. Yeah, I'm seeing here as well. That's a good one in the chat from Jonathan Miller, Hall of Fame voting. That's a big pet peeve of mine. That's a huge pet peeve because, I know a lot of people, they have their reasons against Kurt Schilling. But that guy should be in the Hall of Fame. It's an absolute joke that he's not in the Hall of Fame. It's a joke. I'm sorry. Say what you want about, how you are, with how your views on everything, whatever way you lean. If you lean, any sort of way politically, I'm down the middle. If you guys want to know, I'm independent. Like I'm down the middle. It's funny. I'm the same way with baseball, but to me, I think it's ridiculous that guy's not in the Hall of Fame. The guy, and I'm not saying that out of bias for the Red Sox. I would put him in the Hall of Fame simply what he, did with the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. The guy had a phenomenal career. It was a phenomenal career. Sure, he didn't have the 300 wins. I mean, wins are nice, but hey, you got to be on good teams to, get to 300 wins. Wins that's a team stat in my opinion. Sure, the picture absolutely, but hey, you get those wins. Obviously, you got to pitch well, but hey, how many times has a guy gotten a win when he's given up 6 runs? Plenty of times. Guy's given up 5 runs, 4 runs. He pitched just good enough, to win, the game. Where, Schilling only had around 200 wins or something like that. He was phenomenal in his career. The postseason numbers speak for themselves. Yeah. Hall of Fame voting to me is it's kind of a joke sometimes. I'm honestly one of those guys. I think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm one of those guys. I don't know. I know a lot of people will disagree with me over it. I just love me some Pete Rose. I think the guy's phenomenal. I think the guy had an amazing career. The guy got just like all-time hit leader, The guy was the best there ever was at putting the bat on the ball and having the ball fall in play. It's simple as that. The guy played his heart out every single game. He made a mistake. He bet on the game. He shouldn't have done it. But, I don't know. That's just me. I think he should be in. I'll be honest. I wouldn't be opposed to Barry Bonds getting in either. I wouldn't be opposed. The guy was a monster. Yeah, I know some PEDs probably, came into play with that. But, I mean, come on. Come on. Dude was a monster, man. Those numbers he put up were just stupid. The numbers Mike Trout puts up today, Barry Bonds would double that. It was just stupid. Like, that's how good he was. And what I will always remember one thing Barry Bonds said. And, I can understand why some people will still disagree with it. But Barry Bonds once said, hey, steroids, PEDs, whatever, HGH, that stuff's not going to improve hand-eye coordination. I mean, I agree with that. I agree. There's a base hit to the left side. Austin Riley on again, and the Dodgers have 2 on here with 2 outs. Walker Buehler, he's looking quite hittable tonight. He's already given up 5 hits. But yeah, Bonds, to me, that I always remember when he said that. He said, hey, that stuff doesn't help your hand-eye coordination. That stuff doesn't help out the mechanics in your swing. I mean, sure, you're going to be able to recover better. Obviously, you're going to get stronger. You're going to be a better athlete. So that I get. But one thing, hey, many guys have taken PEDs over the years. They didn't do the number. They didn't put up the numbers that Barry Bonds did. That dude was stupid. Go look at his numbers. The most stupid numbers I've ever seen in my life. If you're ever bored, go to Barry Bonds' baseball reference page. They're insane numbers. They're just stupid to look at. Logan, do you think Manny should be in the Hall of Fame? I think so. I think he's one of the best hitters of all time. One of the best all-around hitters. Listen, it was an era of baseball. It was an era of baseball, the steroid era. That's why Pedro Martinez was a unanimous pick, because that guy blew away all of those guys. Pedro Martinez was nasty. Manny should be in. He was one of the best all-around hitters the game has ever seen. World Series MVP. Crazy amount of home runs in the postseason altogether. Manny, I think, should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Manuel Garcia, Sammy Sosa. Roger Dodger, he does have a big head. I agree. One thing about Bonds was he never seems, from the outside looking in, I never like kind of talking about this kind of stuff because you don't actually know the person. But from the outside looking in, Duvall, big swing and a miss, and Buehler is out of it. The Braves had a couple on, but not able to come through. We are through 3. It has been about an hour so far. This game is moving along rather quickly tonight. On pace for around a 3-hour game. Jaden Rios, it is 1-0 Braves. 1-0 Braves. But yeah, I think all those guys from the steroid era, it's like, whatever. They all played in the same time. It's like, I don't know. That's just me. Whatever. I don't care what anyone says. Watching baseball during that time was phenomenal. I don't even care. Home runs all over the place. 1998 was one of the best seasons of all time. The home run chase. Those dudes could have taken all the PEDs and HGH and whatever. The D-ball, the trend. They could have taken all they wanted. I would have still watched the heck out of that. That was amazing. That was the best thing to ever happen to baseball. The home run chase. Everyone was glued to their TVs. Everyone. And no one cared about any steroids at that time. Sure, maybe it kind of dampened it a little bit, but whatever. That was so fun. I was a kid. And I was keeping track of the home runs. Even Ken Griffey Jr. was in that race at one point. Don't forget about that. That's who I was pulling for to win it as a kid. Because I love Griffey and his swing. But man, that race was amazing. Oh man, Michael Manley, Stanton on PEDs. That dude would be so big he wouldn't be able to swing. Captain Spartan, people love offense, and it was still the era of really good pitching. There was a lot of good pitching in that era. Don't forget Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux was phenomenal. And Greg Maddux, you could argue, Pedro was just nasty, but Greg Maddux was just as nasty. Edmund 19, I did. Played Little League all the way through high school. William Fulgham, Snicker's son is a hitting coach for the Astros. Interesting. Who do you think his wife will pull for if the Braves play the Astros? I don't know. You got to go down the middle there. Emmanuel Garcia, Eric Gagne. Hey, Foolish Baseball did a video on that. It was It was the at-bat of Eric Gagne and Barry Bonds. That was insane. Yeah, Gus, you could definitely say that. I agree. Johan Santana, Jason, that's a name we haven't heard of in a little bit. We'll start to see the ex-MLB players dropping off because of using PEDs. Yeah, and that's something to keep an eye out for too, their health. A lot of wrestlers in the WWE, a lot of them, use PEDs, and they still do to this day. Don't tell me that some of these guys aren't using PEDs, even today. But some of those guys that, really abused PEDs, a lot of them have passed away. So, no waffle. Titans or Chiefs? Are they playing tonight? Oh, there's a pop-up to right. Peterson's there, and Seager flies out. Ian Anderson working rather efficiently tonight. Oh, the Titans seem like they're looking pretty good this year, right? I haven't really been keeping up with football all that much. I think I'm still recovering from Brady leaving. Dodgers are definitely being aggressive. Yeah, they are. They're really swinging at a lot. They're swinging at a lot of balls, too. I think they're being a little too aggressive. Zachary, Robbie, did you see Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns? Yeah, I saw the highlights of it. Good storyline. I guess Lesnar, they wrote him off. They wrote him off from that storyline. They said he's suspended indefinitely, which no surprise. That's what Brock Lesnar does. He likes to come back, get a payday, and then go away for a little while. But Lesnar, he looks great, man. Still moving around like just a freak in that ring. Emmanuel Big Show used PEDs. Then when he quit, he couldn't physically wrestle full time because instead of being 500 pounds on crack, he was 500 pounds on insulin. Oh, poor Big Show. I remember The Rock and the Big Show had their rivalry in the year 2000. Remember the Royal Rumble 2000? Oh, that's when I was starting to get hooked onto wrestling. When The Rock won the Royal Rumble that year. I still think it's a tragedy that they didn't have The Rock win at WrestleMania that year. They ended up having him win the next month. Why couldn't you just have him win at WrestleMania? Zachary, who is there to face Roman besides McIntyre? Reigns has beaten everyone. Makes me wonder, who are they going to go with? I mean, you probably got Big E for Survivor Series. I think you'll see Jeff Hardy at one point get in the mix. Maybe for like a program, like for one pay-per-view. I think you'll see Jeff Hardy. But yeah. They'll have The Rock come back at some point. I'm not sure when, but here comes Will Smith, top of the fourth. Will Smith, a few home runs this postseason. Ian Anderson working really efficiently tonight. Only 50 pitches so far through 3 1/3. He's working way better than he did the other night. Let's actually go here to Ian Anderson. Oh, no, that's not the one I'm looking for. Let's go to the pitch breakdowns. So Walker Buehler as of right now. Oh, we got another super chat coming in. Logan Jones, do you think Tulo made enough impact for the Hall of Fame? He was my favorite shortstop. He was a really good shortstop, man. Really good shortstop. You got to love that. Really good shortstop. What he was doing. It's sad that he fell off there. I don't know. Let me go pull up his numbers. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. I would say probably not. It's probably not going to be enough. I mean, maybe he gets in at some point down the road. But he was really good. He had a really good season. I mean, he didn't win an MVP. Didn't win Rookie of the Year. I think maybe at some point down the road, you'll see him maybe get some love, possibly. Kara Hightower, another $5 super chat. Rest in peace to Roy Halladay, who helped Uncle Charlie Morton find his form. And Jose Fernandez, McCullers' best friend and idol. Would be great if he's still here. Imagine if Roy Halladay, man. He's still around. I wonder if he would be like a pitching coach or something. I think he would still have an impact on the game today somehow. It was really sad when that happened. He had an amazing career, Roy Halladay. So good. But yeah, let me go back to the breakdown here. So for Walker Buehler tonight, really mixing in. We talked about the mix of pitches that he has. He's really mixing in all of his pitches tonight. As for Ian Anderson, really leading with the changeup tonight. Here we go. 1-1 count to Will Smith. Oh, hits it Oppo, and that's a base hit to right. Peterson gets it in quick, and the Dodgers got 2 on here with 1 out. Feels like Anderson may be starting to give up a couple of more base hits here in the last couple of innings. Blaze HG Sports. We do have a Discord. That's included in the membership for the channel. It's the membership is 99 cents a month. Really quick, I'll show you the perks. Yeah, for 99 cents a month, you get the badges and the emojis for the chats, Q&As for future live shows, access to the private Discord, and a subreddit as well. That Discord's been doing pretty good lately. Gotta say, you guys are really active in that Discord. Appreciate you guys being active. Kira Owens should have started Morton. I thought about, would they start Morton in this game? To try and close it out. But I think they felt confident enough having Ian Anderson. I think they would love to have Morton available for a Game 7. I know a lot of people think, well, no, you should throw your best guy out there first. In this situation, I think you can trust Ian Anderson. You can trust him to take the ball in this situation. And then you got a good fallback plan and a Charlie Morton. Yeah, just like I thought, with Ian Anderson, he is starting to give up a couple of hits here. Minter is warming up in the bullpen. It's a close game. You're trying to close this one out. Snicker, I don't think is going to take any chances. You'd like to see maybe the bullpen get a little more active. Ian Anderson, you would love for him to go 5 if you can. That would be great for the Braves. Oh, fouls it back. No Waffle subscribed. What's going on, my friend? Did that pop up on the screen? Did I miss that? Sorry if I missed that. But No Waffle, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. Still over 100 people in the chat. I appreciate you all coming out tonight. Appreciate all the super chats tonight. You guys have been going crazy with these super chats. Really appreciate that. You guys have been going crazy with the super chats over the last couple of weeks. We're doing all these live streams. Hey, I appreciate that very, very much. But Chris Taylor, a huge game in Game 5. I mean, good grief. They're now calling him CT3 for the 3 home runs. What a game Chris Taylor had. Not doing the DraftKings tonight, everyone. I forgot to set my lineup for DraftKings. And you know what? I don't even know. Am I ever going to win anything on DraftKings? I don't even know. And you know what, Captain Spartan? I think that's a good point. The Braves, imagine if I think that was a huge move. I think that was actually one of the better moves of the offseason, having them bring in Charlie Morton. Look how close they were last year. They lacked that big game kind of a starter. And that's one of the reasons why I wasn't too scared or I wasn't too worried about the Dodgers' chances in that championship series, because the Braves, they had good starting pitching, but they didn't have that guy, They didn't have just like that guy. And now, Morton is a guy. You can give him the ball and you're going to feel confident. So, Logan, I mean, you think maybe they're saving Scherzer? Give him another day? I mean, you probably got to think they'll probably reevaluate him tomorrow. Zachary, how does the CBA work out in the offseason? Hopefully they get it done. Oh, that's the last thing this channel needs. It's for a lockout. Ian Anderson, fastball, 95. Chris Taylor fouls it back. Oh, have they been calling him CT3? Oh, yeah, because he is number 3. But it made a lot of sense for him to be being called that, after Game 5, 3 home runs. Oh, we got a new member. Blaze HG Sports has become a member. Thank you, my friend. You are member number 43. Ian Anderson with a big strikeout. What a good changeup that was, getting Chris Taylor striking out. I didn't realize CT3 was always his nickname. That's the first time I've heard that nickname. So let me take that back. I don't know if just the nickname became a little more mainstream just because of the 3 home runs he hit. Because I hadn't seen the nickname before. So apologies if I'm just a potato and I've missed it. But that's probably the reason, honestly. I'm just a potato. No waffle. I've been getting back into baseball. I've been more focused on football. My teams are the Chiefs and the Royals. All right. Hopefully the Royals can really step it up. Hopefully the Royals can step it up for next year. That'd be a fun team. Here's Cody Bellinger. Big swing and a miss from Cody Bellinger. Another good changeup from Ian Anderson. Really nice looking changeups. Emmanuel, the collective bargaining agreement, the CBA. So I believe they have one every 10 years. Isn't it usually like a 10-year contract for the CBA? Hopefully they get it worked out. Hopefully. Oh, if they do a lockout, I'm gonna lose my mind. Honestly, the media will probably drum it up like that. I guarantee the media, there's gonna be a lot of lies out there. Oh, just watch. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. Because the media, they like a good story. They're gonna stretch the truth on some things, I think. I bet there's gonna be a period where they're gonna put worry into the fans, and that's what's gonna draw the ratings. So expect to see negative stuff about the CBA, especially from guys like Ken Rosenthal, Mr. Bowtie over there. He likes to get all the attention with his articles. He'll put some stuff out there saying, "Uh-oh, there's trouble with the CBA." Ken Rosenthal, go try on some bow ties. And then, Jeff Passan. I think he'll be. I like Jeff Passan. I just don't like ESPN. That's why I'm worried Jeff Passan's gonna start putting some goofy stuff out there. Oh, man, Bob Nightingale, too. Bob Nightingale is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Cody Bellinger slaps it the other way, and he beats the shift. And Turner, with his speed, comes home, and the Dodgers have tied it. All Bellinger did was just slap it to beat the shift. And Ian Anderson, he's starting to get a little more hittable. So the Braves, as of right now, they're just trying to get Anderson through this inning. Oh, Blaze did it? Let me get a new one up there. Yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Hold on one second, everyone. Got to help out Mr. Blaze in the chat. Let's see. Where is my Discord? There it is. Settings. Invite. Copy the link. Hold on one second, everyone. Hold on one second. The last link to the Discord. I gotta put that link. There should be a way from. Well, the link expires, so it wouldn't really matter. The last link to the Discord expired. Here's the new link for new members. Paste. That will be all channel member. No. Alrighty, Blaze, if you go onto my community tab, I did a members only post, so you'll see the link there for the Discord. Craig, what's going on? How are we doing? I heard for our Red Sox 3 players who won't be back 2022, Garrett Richards, Eduardo Rodriguez. But who do we keep between JD and Schwarber? I'm telling you, I think... you're welcome, Blaze. I'm telling you, I'm starting to think JD opts out. I'm starting to think he opts out. I don't think Rodriguez is coming back. Oh, pop up for Pollock. And Riley has it. The Dodgers tie it up here in the 4th off of the Bellinger base knock to beat the shift. And we got a 1-1 game heading into the bottom of the 4th. Bob Costas. I feel like I haven't listened to anything from Bob Costas in so long. But yeah, I could see, honestly, Craig, I actually maybe could see Garrett Richards coming back next year in a bullpen role. I think that really worked out for him. Does he? I think he has a team option. I could see the Red Sox bringing him back. Well, I don't know. It's going to be $10 million, right? I don't remember. Or maybe they don't bring him back. I don't know. Let me see. Red Sox. I think he's on a $10 million per year deal, right? Yeah, he's got 1 year at 10 for a club. Yeah, they won't bring Richards back for that. They would only use him in the bullpen. They'd probably turn it down and then see if he'll come back for cheaper. Yeah, I don't see Bloom bringing him back. But he was good in the bullpen for them. So. Shooter McGavin, as you can see, $10 million here. Man, look at Christian Vasquez has a club option. They'll bring him back. Martin Perez, they're not bringing him back. Get Martin Perez off of this team. I'm just over Martin Perez. I'm just over it. Yeah, Craig, I don't think Shaw comes back. I don't think Renfroe is a free agent. I think he's eligible for arbitration. Probably not go after Anthony Rizzo. I don't see that. Yeah, no waffle. I mean, I could see why they would trade Soler. They're moving in a different direction. Zachary, I am going to be... See, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing MLB The Show rebuilds. I don't think I'm going to go live with them. Because I'd rather those be shorter videos. Because I know if I go live with MLB The Show, I'm going to be here for like probably a couple hours. And those are just not going to get the views long term. So I'll probably just end up pre-recording those and editing them to cut out time. Yeah, Jonathan Miller, John Heyman, all these baseball media people out there, they're annoying. I mean, even Jeff Passan the other day, he wrote just some annoying article. And I'm like, really? You too, Jeff? Captain Spartan 04, $4.99 Super Chat. Who's your favorite MLB play-by-play announcer? Radio or TV, doesn't matter. Also, let's go Braves and let's respond. We ain't scared. Yeah, definitely looking for the Braves to do something here against Buehler. Buehler's been hittable too, so... Jock Peterson, look out here. had a hard hit ball. He lined out to short in his last at bat. That was a laser in his last at bat. Don't be surprised if Jock Peterson takes him deep. But for the super chat, thank you again. Honestly, I think Michael Kay is really good for the Yankees. I think he's really good. I love Don Orsillo's energy. Call me biased, but I think he's a really great announcer. And that's why you see him on national broadcasts. He has really good energy. I thought Orsillo and Remy were the best duo. I thought they were so good. I thought they bounced off of each other extremely well. But I do like Michael Kay with the Yankees. Again, I don't get around and listen to a lot of different, announcers, unfortunately. Oh, what just happened there? That's a foul ball, right? That went off of Peterson, so I don't think that's going to count. Yeah, Shooter McGavin, I agree with you. I would not be surprised to maybe see Dahlback a part of a deal if the right deal was there. I could see it. East-West, Giraffe Neck Robbie is always a threat to come out. Yeah, Zachary, I don't even know. Like, here, I'm going to give you a prediction about the Yankees offseason. You want to know the prediction? Yankee fans are going to make all of these predictions. There's your prediction. Yankee fans in the offseason, it gets a little much sometimes. It gets a little much. Oh, we need to go sign, Corey Seager. We need to go sign Carlos Correa. We need to go sign Max Scherzer. We need to go sign all these guys. Yada, yada. It's like, do you guys not realize what the Yankees have been doing for the last 5 years? They got Garrett Cole, yeah. That made sense. But they're not going to be going on these spending sprees. But Yankee fans, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them on Twitter out there, I'm just like, what are you talking about? So, Joetzo, I like Michael Kay. I like listening to him. I don't mind him. He's right down the middle. I can see why maybe some people don't like some of his calls or whatever, like the way he sounds. That's fair. I don't know. I just like how down the middle he is. He shows respect for every team. So he's not just going to be, rooting for the Yankees. He's very tough on the Yankees. I feel like a lot of Yankee fans are just really tough on the Yankees. But for the Yankees, I think what they need to do, they need to address up the middle. They're not strong up the middle. They're poor in center field. They're poor at shortstop. Second base, you put Glaber there. Keep Glaber Torres at second base. The fact that the Yankees even tried to put him at short, I don't know. They just couldn't see the obvious. They need to improve at catcher. Up the middle, the Yankees are awful. They're just not athletic. They have good guys on the corners. I like Urshela at third. If they keep Rizzo, I like that at first. Outfield, they got good bats in the corners. They're good on the corners. But up the middle, they're so unathletic. They're so bad at defense up the middle. Yeah, Zachary, I wonder what happens with Aaron Hicks. I don't know what you do with him. I just don't know. Logan, what do I think about Joe Davis? I haven't really listened to him all that much. I would have to listen to him more. Jonathan Millard, not seeing Correa to Detroit. Hey, I think it's a good fit. Honestly, what I really think? I really think just the Astros should bring him back. Why not? I know that might be the most boring one, but really, if you're the Astros, why not bring him back? Unless he doesn't want to go back. That's one thing. If he doesn't want to go back, then okay. But if he would like to play for the Astros again, why not? What? You're going to give up on a, premier shortstop like that? I think it makes a lot of sense for Correa to stay. But if he doesn't want to and he wants out, then that's a different story. So. But Walker Buehler looking pretty good here in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs already, 2 strikes here to Travis d'Arnaud. As of right now, Dansby Swanson has flied out. Jock Peterson struck out. And Walker Buehler looking rather sharp. He's at 60 pitches currently. Yeah, Zachary. I think Chris Taylor would be a good fit on a lot of teams. Blaze, honestly, I think the Astros are going to use the Correa money to sign a bunch of other guys. That actually does make some sense. I could see that. Because they don't have a lot of prospect depth. I think the Astros, they definitely could use that money. You know, instead of giving 25, 30 million to Correa, that, you know, they can use, 10 on one guy, 12 on another guy, 3 on a reliever. I think I could see that too. I agree. But then again, it's also just, Travis d'Arnaud walks and the Braves got a runner on. You got Adrianza coming up. Pinch hitting for Anderson, so Ian Anderson's night is done. 4 innings for Ian Anderson, only giving up 1 run on the 3 hits. It looked like to me the Dodgers were starting to figure him out a little bit. He was starting to get pretty hittable there. So, yeah, insane clips, right? I mean, how crazy is that? Zachary, doesn't Verdugo want to be a two-way player? I mean, be interesting. I think Verdugo needs to focus on getting in better shape. I think Verdugo, I'm not saying he's like overweight or fat, but he's just not, he looks a little, here's the thing. He's not fat. Like, he's not like overweight, like, but he looks like he could get a little more lean. You know what I mean? He looks a little, he doesn't look as lean as I would like him to be. And that shows to me that he's maybe not as athletic that he could be. I'd like for Verdugo to be a little more athletic. I think that's what he needs to focus on. I want him to hit the weight room, build some muscle, add some power to that bat. But here's Adrianza for the Braves. Pinch hitting for Ian Anderson. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th, 1-0 count. Walker Buehler looking pretty good this inning. Adrianza rips it down the line. That's a fair ball. Adrianza comes through at a pinch hit spot. Betts throws it in. d'Arnaud rounds third, but holds. Helmet flies off. And a successful pinch hit appearance for Adrianza. A double with Eddie Rosario coming up. And you got to think here, could d'Arnaud have gone home? I don't know. I don't know about his speed. I don't know, like maybe he could have gotten thrown out. Betts didn't get a good throw. He got it in as quickly as he could. I guess it wasn't a bad throw. Yeah, they didn't want to chance it. Chuck, what's going on? Not liking the Anderson move. Yeah, I'm kind of a. I guess I just miss these guys going deep into games. I respected the Framber Valdez start the other day. Went 8 innings. You feel like you don't see that anymore. But they did hold him up there at third, and he got a good bat in Eddie Rosario coming up. Yeah, Logan, it was a good play. It looked like the ball slipped out of his hand at first, but it was still a good throw. But let's see if Rosario can come up big. Ooh, Rosario took a cut. Couldn't catch up to it. Feels like the game kind of slowed down a little bit. It took an hour to get through 3. Now it's taking about 40 minutes to get through just 1. But these teams are starting to kind of figure out this pitching. Working the counts a little more. taking their time, being a little more patient. Ryan Hanna, what's going on? Rosario, absolutely hitting .472 this postseason. It was Kike Hernandez at one point, and now it's all about Eddie Rosario and Yordan Alvarez. I see you, Roman, in the chat. Yordan Alvarez had a great series for the Astros. Kike Hernandez was the star of the show at one point, and then he kind of just disappeared. Zachary Goldstein, who is the next pitcher to have a 300 strikeout season? Ooh, man, I'm a visual guy. I gotta pull up here some numbers. Let's see who actually led in strikeouts this year. Was it Robbie Ray? Yeah, it was Robbie Ray. Man, let's go to the rookies. Let's go to those rookies. Who had the most strikeouts for rookies? I mean, I'll be honest with you. Luis Garcia's stuff looked phenomenal last night. Wouldn't be surprised to see this guy get 200, 250 strikeouts. I mean, he had... Let's go back here. Rosario, another big cut. Let's go strikeouts per 9. So let's just go starting pitchers. Was it Rogers had the biggest strikeout per 9? Oh, Tanner Houck, actually. Interesting. Tanner Houck had the most strikeouts per 9. His problem was that he couldn't go deep into games. I mean, I could definitely maybe see Trevor Rogers. The guy, he is really good. Alek Manoah has got nasty stuff. The only problem is that you don't know how these guys are going to hold up. That's the only thing. It's really hard to predict, who's going to have a 300 strikeout season. Because, how are these guys going to hold up over time? I feel like starters, they don't go as long into starts anymore either. I think Chris Sale was the last guy to have a 300 strikeout season, right? But Eddie Rosario looking to make something happen here against Walker Buehler. 2 on, 1-1. Rosario hits it deep! Gone! And the Braves have taken a 4-1 lead! Oh my! The magical postseason for Eddie Rosario continues. And the Braves have a 4-1 lead. Can you believe it? Wow. Eddie Rosario with a huge 3-run home run. And the Braves are on top. Walker Buehler was 1 strike away from getting out of that inning. And just like that, Eddie Rosario with the curtain call. Oh, my. And here's Freddie Freeman. Good grief. Rosario is having a series for the ages. Walker Buehler still trying to just get this third out. But give a lot of credit to Adrianza for the pinch hit appearance. Came in for Ian Anderson, got the double. That set up Eddie Rosario. Freddie Freeman, 3-0 count. And he takes the walk. Walker Buehler, all of a sudden, looking like he's having a meltdown. Atlanta is feeling good. Here's Ozzie Albies, bottom of the fourth. Ozzie Albies looking to keep it going. Whoop. Just looked at game day by accident. Looks like Albies strikes out. I have not seen it on my TV screen yet. But a huge home run for Eddie Rosario. Crazy moment. Oh, Super Chat coming in. Captain Spartan with a 199. Did I not say let's answer? Let's go. Oh, man, you called it. Rosario has come up big for the Braves once again. Albies strikes out. Walker Buehler was one strike away from getting out of that inning, but instead it turns into a 4-1 Braves lead thanks to one swing from Eddie Rosario. Edmund 19, do I see Puig signing somewhere? You got to think, right? Got to think. But now this is up to the Braves bullpen. Ian Anderson out of the game now. I'm guessing Minter is coming in. Or Mitzer, sorry. Or who was warming up? It was Minter. Zachariah, no, he did not. Sawyer, I called for the Braves to win this game. I had no problem with I saw the Dodgers winning last game. You know, last game in LA. You know, you don't want to lose a series like that at home. And, yeah. So I figured the Dodgers would win game 5, but I didn't see the Braves losing this one tonight. And if they did, I didn't see him losing game 7. Yeah, Kira, I'm right there with you. If the Braves win, Rosario MVP. I agree. I mean, no one even comes close. You can maybe say Austin Riley because he had the walk-off hits, but nah, Rosario has just been out of his mind. 142 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. We're in the top of the 5th here. Albert Pujols pinch hitting for Beatty. One second, everyone. What are we saying here in the chat? Yeah, Sawyer, I don't think they're going to do it. I think, you know, when you got a 3-1 lead again for the second year in a row, I don't see you losing that again. I think just the Braves were set up better logistically this time. And the Dodgers, they've just been having a lot of guys just getting hurt. But A.J. Minter into the game, and the bullpen has some work to do. Mason Seedy thinking the Braves winning the whole thing. Swanson the MVP. If it is Braves-Astros, I am leaning Braves. I am leaning the Braves because I just like that starting pitching. I like the offense. I like the starting pitching. The bullpen's really stepped up. I like the Braves. I think that would be a really good series. It's early. It's early. You can never count out the Dodgers. Their offense is fantastic. But yeah, my pick would be the Braves. But then again, I could wake up tomorrow morning and think, man, Luis Garcia looked pretty good last night. Framber Valdez looked pretty good the other night. But I think the Braves go win this game. Don't have to. You can rest Morton a little longer. I think it's key they win this game. If they'd have to use Morton, I mean, would he be able to start game 1? No, they wouldn't. He wouldn't be able to start on normal rest. He would have more rest for game 1. Game 2, you can go Max Fried. Game 3, you can go Ian Anderson. And then, go from there. I think the Braves if they win this, they're set up really well. So I'm guessing game 1. If it ends up, it's still early. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if it's Braves Astros, I'm guessing it would be Morton and Valdez for game 1. Abgeron, I would say ratings wise, Astros Dodgers would be good. But to me, baseball wise, I think Astros Braves is a good one. I wonder if anyone picked the Astros and the Braves before the season started. Anyone out there picked Astros Braves for the World Series? I don't know. I feel like probably I don't remember seeing anything. I think there were a lot of picks for the Dodgers, a lot of picks for the Padres, a lot of picks for the Yankees. A lot of picks for the White Sox, too. Probably had some Rays in there. Had some Rays. Zachariah, I wasn't really shocked. This whole season, seeing the Red Sox how they were, Minter with a big strikeout of Pujols, changeup on the outside, good pitch. But after the Red Sox got off to their really good start, I said to myself, I just wonder if they're going to have enough in the postseason. I went against them in the wild card game. I went against them in the division round. I didn't actually make like a formal pick for the championship series. My gut wanted to lean Astros, but I was just like, you know what? I'm so tired of just making these predictions and just getting them wrong. I'm just going to see what happens. So, but in my gut, it felt like the Astros would win it. Because they got that pedigree there. They got these guys that they just know how to win. And the Red Sox do too. But I just felt like the Astros, before the series started, it just felt like that offense was just so good. And it felt like if they just had enough starting pitching, then it felt like they would be in control. And hey, they had enough starting pitching in the end. Counter 5-4-6. I think we got to put that to rest. Mason, yeah. Hey, William Fulgham, you picked Braves Red Sox. Yeah. I think a lot of people were going Braves Red Sox. Roman Johnson. Who could I see the Red Sox signing in the offseason? I could see them signing like a couple of cheaper starting pitchers. I could maybe see them bringing Richards back on a cheaper deal. I don't think the Red Sox do a whole lot. I think they kind of have an offseason similar to what they had this past offseason. Make a couple of good moves. I think you could maybe see if there's an opportunity, to get a good player and you include someone like a Dahlback. I think Dahlback might be more expendable than people think. Good young power hitter, but I think if a team I think a team would be interested in Dahlback. I think you could end up getting a pretty good deal. 0-2 count here for Betts. Minter trying to get the Braves through the 5th. Trying to get some more offense in the bottom of the 5th. Minter comes set. Here's the pitch. Big fastball, 97 up and away. Betts swings through. And the Braves have a clean inning from A.J. Minter. Sawyer, no, I'm a Red Sox fan. Zachariah, hey, good for Dusty Baker. Let's see if Dusty Baker could finally win one. Anonymous, hey, I would have been a good World Series, Rays and Braves. Yeah, it's hard, Astros rotation, underrated. Valdez and Garcia, hey, they look pretty good. And those last couple of starts there, they look good. Emmanuel Garcia, Bartolo Colon to the Yankees for middle relief. Let's do it. Zachary, I wouldn't be surprised to see Pujols stay with the Dodgers. Seems to like it there. Blade, JD Martinez to the Rockies if they have the universal DH. I wouldn't say the Rockies, but I could see a team. Let's go to the team stats. Who could use a bat? Let's go to team batting. So let's go to the DH. Who could use a new DH? Well, let's just go to overall. I guess let's just the American League. So if you were to stay in the American League, could you imagine him going to the Tigers? Going back to the Tigers? Oh, man. With Torkelson and, Riley Green and Akil Baddoo. I wonder, would Atlanta be a good fit? Be pretty fun. JD Martinez on the Braves. Who did they have DHing for them this year for the most part? Pablo Sandoval. Decent. Let's go to the National. Let's just take out the DH. Let's just go to all. Who had the worst offenses? Colorado, they threw money at him if he opts out. I just don't see it. I think Seattle could be fun. Probably not the Phillies. And I'm assuming they have the universal DH. I wouldn't say the Mets. And what's going on with Castellanos? What's going on with him? Could you maybe bring JD there? Padres, probably not. Nationals, no. I think the Cardinals would be great. Honestly, I think the Cardinals would be a really good fit for JD. If they go for a universal DH, I think that'd be great. William, you think the Braves re-signed Soler? He did pretty good. Yeah, Yankees 286. There was a rumor at one point Castellanos would opt out. Yeah, I'm still not certain if Martinez would opt out or not. I just wonder. I mentioned this in last night's stream. Because he's starting to get up there in age, and this could be his last chance at like a good multi-year deal. And with the universal DH, if that were to happen, it could be a really good chance for JD to really maximize his value. And same for Castellanos too. But Castellanos, he has a pretty good deal. Francisco, what's going on? What's up? What did I miss? Had a scrimmage. God, you just have baseball practice all the time. And scrimmages? Hey, 3 hits in the leadoff spot. Not bad, not bad. Riley pops it up in the infield. And Seager's there. I mean, East-West, the Diamondbacks could really use a bat. Owen Filippi, upset of the year. Could you imagine? I mean, it's just crazy how good this Dodgers team was, you know, coming into this year on paper. And they were really good this year too, you know, on the field. And wow, the Braves are just the hot team right now. Anything can happen, though. Bottom of the 5th. Oh. Oh, and you're talking about Tennessee. I thought you were talking about the Braves and the Dodgers. Zachary Goldstein. Could we see Rizzo go back to the Padres? Man. Brusdar Graterol into the game. Got the pop-up to Riley. Looking to sit Duvall down. Yeah, DK57. I think they need to go after starting pitching. I'm telling you, I'm calling Eduardo Rodriguez to the Cardinals. I think it's going to happen. I'm calling it. Oh, good pitch there from Graterol. Gets Duvall looking. DK57, you don't think the Cardinals are going to get Story? They'd be better after going after Scherzer or Syndergaard. Yeah, I wonder if Scherzer goes to the Cardinals. I think that'd be a good fit. Here's Jock Peterson, 0 for 2 tonight. Had a sharp line out early in the game, and then he struck out in his last at-bat. William Braves sign a starter. Who do you think it will be? Hey, Vincent, thank you, my friend, for coming out. Man, I could see the Braves going for more of like a back-end kind of a guy. I don't think anyone, you know, major. Did Jock Peterson just think he got walked? Or did he get hit? Oh, he got hit. Where did he get hit? Oh. Got hit on the leg. There's Dansby Swanson. So Jock Peterson just getting hit by a pitch. Barely hit him, but the Braves got a runner on. And here's Dansby Swanson looking to make something happen against Brusdar Graterol. Oh, a line shot to third. But Taylor has it. And that's all she wrote for the Braves. Daxon, what changes do the Dodgers make if they lose? For what do they make for next year if they lose? I mean, you know, their problem, they've just been pretty inconsistent in this postseason. I think overall, I mean, I don't know. They've just had a lot of injuries. You know, it's that they have an amazing team. They've just had a lot of guys go down. You know, it never hurts to, get a bullpen arm. You know, I don't know. What do the Dodgers do? What do they do? You got to figure out what's going on with Trevor Bauer. That's the first thing. What do you do with Trevor Bauer? And then, Super Chat. Another Super Chat tonight. Captain Spartan, you guys are going crazy with the Super Chats tonight. Thank you so much. Castellanos needs to stay in Cincy. I agree. To keep alive the broadcast of where that announcer was great. Oh, that was so funny, Captain. That was hilarious. I go back to that sometimes, and oh my God. Oh, I love watching that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, everyone, just type in Reds announcer, Nick Castellanos home run. It's so funny. Someone actually did an MLB The Show edit, and like they were just playing MLB The Show, but they had that playing in the background, so it sounded like it was the MLB The Show announcers. It was so funny. Like oh my God. That was amazing that happened. It's always those accidental kind of things where they just lead to the best thing. Shorts McDagger. Don't think Cards will sign a starting pitcher if they're moving Reyes to the rotation. I think they need more depth. That's just what I think personally. I mean, they had to bring in Lester and Happ just to get through the second half of the season. I think they need depth. Owen, I don't know if Roberts gets fired. I don't know. I don't think that's a really like a sure thing. Because again, I've mentioned it. The front office and him work together. Zachary, imagine if Arenado opts out. I know he won't, but I know, right? There's no way. There's no way. That money is too good. That money is way too good. Oh, Manuel, has that happened before? That's hilarious. Roman, no. I'm not the guy for NFL content. I don't know. I don't know football. I just don't know football. Here we go. Corey Seager up here, top of the 6th. AJ Minter back on the mound for the Braves. There's a big swing and a miss from Corey Seager. 0-2 count. Corey Seager only batting 196 in this postseason. He's had a couple of home runs. Big question is, where is Corey Seager going to go this offseason? And right now, all the focus is on this game for him, but sooner or later, win or lose, he's going to have to start focusing on that free agency. Minter with a slider away. 1-2 count. But Corey Seager, definitely going to be an interesting free agent to keep an eye out for this offseason. Part of this really good shortstop class with guys like Carlos Correa, Trevor Story, Javier Baez. There's a changeup low, ball 2-2 count. You know, I would not mind Corey Seager to the Mariners. But you know, if you know, Kyle Seager, he has the inside scoop. You know, if Kyle Seager didn't like anything with that management or ownership group, you know, Corey Seager, he's right there. He knows, Kyle Seager knows what's going on. So I think Kyle Seager is actually going to be a pretty big influence of whether or not maybe that happens or not. Everyone, we're at 73 likes right now. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100. Can we get to 100 likes in the next 10 minutes? If there's anyone new in the chat, think about hitting that subscribe button. We're getting a little closer to 14.7K. We're about halfway. So if there's anyone new, think about subscribing. Memberships are available, 99 cents. Oh, man. Yankees, imagine if Francisco Lindor was still available. Imagine if he was a free agent. Oh, my God. Here's Minter with the pitch. Fastball! Seager thought he got the walk, but Minter gets the call. It looked a little low, but what a pitch from Minter. 96 on the outside corner. Looked like it could have been a smidge low, but it was good enough to get the call. It was a great pitch on the outside corner. Strike or ball. That was a fantastic pitch. But here's Trey Turner, a relatively quiet postseason. Trey Turner swings at the first pitch. Riley has it. What a play. What a play by Freeman. What a scoop. Freddie Freeman with a scoop for the ages. Give that man an ice cream cone. Oh, look at Riley. That was a good play from him. That ball took a heck of a bounce. And Freeman somehow, he stretched all the way out. He was basically balancing on one leg. What a play. The corners of the Braves infield really stepping up for that out. But here's Will Smith. A.J. Minter, so far, having a very good outing. An inning and 2/3, 3 strikeouts so far. He's trying to get through 2 clean innings here. There's a good changeup from Minter. And Will Smith takes it for a strike. Strike 1. No, Tyler, I don't think Bryant re-signs. I wonder if Bryant goes to the Mariners. I feel like that actually could be a good fit. You know, Kyle Seager out. Could you see Chris Bryant? Maybe, you know, he can play other positions too. I think Chris Bryant would be a great addition for the Mariners. Captain Spartan, we have to re-sign Freddie Freeman, everything we got. I think they'll get a deal done. There's a cutter, a little high. 3-1 count here to Will Smith. I mean, Darian, I think Eddie Rosario should go back. I think he should go back to the Braves. I think it makes a lot of sense. These, you know, the guys that end up playing well for a team that they get traded to, God, I mean, good enough fit. You know, if you played that well in a short amount of time, sounds like a good fit to me. Full count here. Will Smith trying to make something happen for the Dodgers. But Minter has been on fire in these 2 innings. Here's Minter with the pitch. Full count. Big strikeout from Minter. 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. And the Braves are down to their last 3. Their last 3 innings. 9 outs to go. The Braves are in striking distance of a World Series appearance. The 4-1-2. Who signs Correa? It's going to be interesting. You know, I want to say all these other teams like the Tigers, the Mariners, you know, I don't know. You hear all this talk about, you know, Correa doesn't want to go back. You know, but like, I don't know. Could that be a bit of like a bargaining kind of a thing? I don't know. It seems like both sides are playing hardball. Then again, I don't know. I could see Correa going to somewhere like the Tigers. But I feel like, I don't know, in the end, you know, it's hard to come by a premier shortstop in today's game. Kara Hightower, re-sign Correa and pay the man as long as his contract stipulates no massages. Yeah, I think he should come back. I mean, when do you ever have just an all-star shortstop? Not very often. He's loved in Houston. I think Correa should go back. That's one of those guys where I think a lot of people are going to get really hyped over teams that he should go to. And in the end, I could see it being boring. I could see Seager going somewhere. Because the Dodgers, they got young guys that can step in. The Astros don't have anyone. They don't have anyone that's good. I mean, they could go out and get someone, but, like, go keep your guy. You know? I could see Seager going somewhere. I could see... Definitely, I mean, Baez. I don't know. Maybe Baez goes back to the Mets. Now, I'll tell you, I think Chris Taylor would be a really good fit for the Mets. I think Dodgers fans might hate that I'm saying that, but I think Chris Taylor would be a good fit for the Mets. Oh, Tyler Burbeck, you just asked where Chris Taylor will go. I could see him on the Mets. I think it makes a lot of sense. He's versatile. That's what the Mets need. The Mets need guys that can move around. They really just lacked flexibility and depth. I think he would be a good fit for the Mets. Roman Johnson. Yeah, Correa to the Red Sox will not happen. Xander Bogaerts is going to be the man for a while. And who knows what's going on with Jeter Downs. And then you got Marcelo Meyer. So, yeah, that's not happening. Bad vibes to the World Series when your all-star shortstop has so much buzz about not wanting to be on the team. Yeah, I just wonder I wonder how legit that is. You know? I wonder if that's just, I don't know, just agents playing hardball, leaking stuff out. But then again, who knows? Maybe it's real. Maybe he wants to, you know, I could see Correa being okay with going to a young team on the rise, like the Tigers or the Mariners. I could see that. You know, Seager, honestly, on an American League team, I think makes a lot of sense. If we go to, how is Seager's defense this year? Well, he wasn't in the top 30. Or was he? No, he was. Okay. Yeah, so Seager is a good bat. The defense, though, it leaves a lot to be desired. He wasn't even in the top 30 on defense. He was ranked 45th among shortstops this year. So I really could see Seager, you know, going to an American League team. Trevor Story. I got him going to the Yankees. I'm going Story to the Yankees. I think they need someone like Story. They need a defensive guy who's also going to bring a good bat. I think Story to the Yankees makes a lot of sense. Yeah. What was Glaber? No, Glaber at short? No, he was not. Glaber Torres was not better. Absolutely not. No way. Wow, he actually ranked better. Oh my God, get out of here. No. See, okay, defense, the defensive stat is one thing, but when you look at the defensive runs saved, let me actually pull up Seager's defensive runs saved. Let's go a little deeper into the defense. So, don't forget that also, I think that takes into account of what he played at second as well. Or maybe this is short. I'm not quite sure. But Glaber Torres' defensive runs saved at short this year. He had -10. And he had -2.6 UZR. Seager, on the other hand, well, let's see. Seager had 0. So Seager is as average as it comes to short. -3.4 UZR. He's going to get the job done. You know, he'll mess up on some, you know, routine plays here and there, but he's not going to be like an amazing defender. That's why I could see him going to the American League. He can get some spots in the DH spot if you want to play a better defender there one day. I think Seager makes a lot of sense to the American League. Yeah, but Damian, I like the Story move. I think if there's one guy, bring in Trevor Story, because he's not going to cost as much as Seager or Correa, I don't think. I think Story, out of those three guys, he gets the least. I could see let's see what would Trevor Story end up getting? What kind of a contract can we see? Before I look at his value on Fangraphs, I'm gonna say Trevor Story, I'm gonna say 5-year deal for 18 a year. So what is that? That's 5 at 90. Yeah. Wow, I just did math in my head. I usually can't do that. I'm going to say 5 years, 90 for Story. Story. So I'm in my head, I'm thinking he's 18 million a year. So Story, his values, he's pretty good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over 6 years, he has had a value of 173 million. So 173 divided by 6. Okay, I was way off. So he has averaged, on Fangraphs at least, about 29 million per year. Trevor Story's not going to get 29 million per year. His fielding has always been top notch. His defense has kind of backtracked. He had 2019, he was really good. 2020, it was a 6.0. 2021, negative 0.4. So the defense has, and even when you look at the offense overall, 25 in 2019, 10, 6.1. So his offense has been backtracking. So I don't think he's going to average 28 million. I could see that maybe coming down to like 21, 22. So maybe 22. I'll do 22 million. Let's do that. 22 times 5. 5 years, 110 for Story. How does that sound? 5 at 110. Maybe 6. Maybe, 5 at 6 at 130. I was way off. I was thinking 18 million. I was way off on that. So, but yeah, Story should be a fun one. Seager, on the other hand, wonder what he ends up getting. I think we looked at his value yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seager's really only had like one bad year. 189 divided by 7. Honestly, I could see Seager getting some kind of a contract like this. This is 189 million divided by 7 years. That's 27 million per year. And he's been getting better every year. So, and his age, and he's only 27 years old. I think Seager, all right, so here we go. I'm going to go Correa, 28 million per year. God, or even, I don't know. Maybe actually, I don't know. Maybe Correa ends up getting 30. 30, maybe 32. Something like that. Let's just say Correa gets around 32 a year. Seager ends up getting like 27, 28 a year. And Story will get like 21, 22 per year. That sounds about right in my head. And yeah, Darian, I see that as well with Seager. So that's why maybe Seager ends up coming down maybe a little bit more even, like 25, 26. So I think that sounds about right. Semien, on the other hand, Semien's really interesting. I think it's hard to put, because he's been as good of a season as he had. He's been inconsistent. 2019 he was amazing. He was pretty solid in 2018, a 4-win player, but then he was really good again this year. So the problem is just the inconsistency. That's why I think you really have to look at the values. So over his career, he's been worth 201.5 million. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I just did 201 divided by 9, that's 22 million per year. You know, bump that up for how good he did this past year. I could see Semien getting like, that's going to be a good one. Who's going to get more? Semien or Story? I think that could actually be really close. I think they could end up getting around the same contract. It's really interesting because Story took a bit of a step back, while Semien has just exploded in 2 out of the last 3 seasons. So I think that's actually a pretty good debate. Who should get more? Trevor Story over his career has more value. So Marcus Semien was also a bit of a slow starter. You also have to consider Semien is 31 years old. So that is going to come into play. You have to remember that. I think Story ends up getting more. And then I could see Semien getting like I think teams are only going to want to give him 4. And he's going to wait for whoever gives him a 5th year. Or maybe even a 6th year. You know? I think Semien actually, it's going to be a while before he signs. Because I think teams are going to hold out. Because they're not going to want to pay him for a long time. He's 31, but he had a really good year. So it's a weird thing with a Marcus Semien. I think Story ends up getting more. I could see Story end up getting maybe even 24 million for Story. Maybe 24 million for 6 years. 144 over 6 years, or 144 million over 6 years, maybe for Story. That sounds like it's a little too much, but hey, you never know. Semien, I'll say 21 a year. 21 I think he'll end up getting 5. Semien, I'll go 5 years, 105. I'll go 5 years. Let's go 5 years, 100. Let's go 5 at 110 for Semien. And for Story, I'll go 6 at 130. So Story, that would be an average of. Oh no, actually, no, that still wouldn't be good. So wait, hold on. 130 divided by 6. And then I had 110 divided by 5. I think Story's going to get the longer deal. But then I could see Semien making more per year. But he's going to have a shorter deal. So. Still 125 people in the chat, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, I know, right, Emmanuel? I don't think teams are going to make that mistake again. That was a big contract for Jason Hayward. Here's Ozzy Albies. We got 2 on here. Bottom of the 6. The Braves are trying to add on to this lead. Alex Vesia is out for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 6th, trying to send this game into the 7th with still a 3-run deficit. It's 10:30 here on the East Coast. 4-1 Braves. Big shot from Eddie Rosario made this a 4-1 game. And Vesia with a big strike on the outside. Albie swings right through it. Yeah, I could see that deal for Freeman, William. 6 years, 180. I could see that. Albie's big swing, fouls it back. Got to tell you, everyone, all this offseason talk, it's getting me ready for the offseason. As a Red Sox fan, I'm in offseason mode already. Yeah, Grady, I agree with you. I think the Rangers actually might be a bit active this offseason. I could see that. Vesia, 1-2 count to Albies. And a ball in the dirt. It's a 2-2 count. Craig, it is tomahawk shop time. Francisco Daniel, what do you think of this trade? Red Sox get Caleb Smith, Taylor Widener, Diamondbacks get Bobby Dahlback. That's interesting. That's interesting. I could see something like that, honestly. Maybe Caleb Smith. I could see something like that. Diamondbacks could use some offense. Maybe a home run guy like a Bobby Dahlback. I think that actually is not that's not as bad as people might think. Bloom is going to look for guys that have good stuff. So Caleb Smith is all right. Zachary, I just think with the knuckleball, I just think it's just not consistent, you know? So long at bat. Anyone notice how quickly this game moved in the first 3 innings? It took about an hour to get through the first 3. And there's a walk. And the bases are loaded. Dave Roberts is out of the dugout to get Vesia. Yeah, you guys notice how quickly it moved through the first 3? So it's taken now about an hour and a half here to get through the next 3. So the game really slowed down in the last couple innings. I love this. This is great. Can we... Don Hines has just subscribed. What's going on? Can the Braves just win the World Series just so we can just see that? Win a World Series and they can just turn the lights off and they can do the shop. That's awesome. They got it, man. I think stadiums got to do more of that. Ballparks, let's do more of that kind of stuff. That's awesome. Eben 19. I wonder about the Giants. I do wonder about the Giants a little bit. They had an insane season. But will they be able to carry that over into next year? I think the Twins will bounce back a little bit. I think they'll bounce back. What are you guys saying here in the chat? William Fulgham, you might get to see Ron Darling cry if the Braves win this game. That would be a really emotional moment. You know, there's been so many good teams for the Braves over the years. So many. You know, it's already just such a rich history. And, you know, they haven't made it back to the World Series since 1999. So over 20 years now. And it's not, and honestly, you could say as a Braves fan, there's been a lot of painful years. The Braves have had a lot of good teams over the years. A lot. They've had a lot of good seasons, and they just fall short in the playoffs like every single year. Hey, Craig, that'd be great, man. If the Giants can start going out and getting some guys, that'd be great. Going back to game 1, Austin Riley had the walk-off. Charles, just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Didn't I do a Red Sox game before? You talking about like the watch parties? But yeah, I was just doing a watch party last night. Yeah, I've done a whole bunch. Francisco Daniel, is it loud? I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Gus Chiggins, Braves and Astros used to battle it out in the divisional round every year back in the day. I swear they knocked us out almost every time. Yeah. Hey, who remembers the Astros? They were in the National League. I think a lot of people are just so used to the fact that the Astros in the American League now. Insane Clips just subbed. Welcome to the channel. Edmund 19. Does John Boy say that about Riley? I think I said that at one point too. This dude's thick. Riley's a thick boy. Man. Look at those legs, man. Tree trunks. The power lifter in me can appreciate that. Riley with the bases juiced. But Treinen is in the game for Vesia. He's got a 1-2 count on Riley. Treinen 1-2 pitch. Fastball 99 on the outside. Riley didn't like that call. Catches the outside part of the plate, and that's a big strikeout for Treinen. Clash with Owen. What's going on? Clash with Owen. We cannot be spamming, my friend. We cannot be spamming. William Fulgham. Oh, those killer bees. I love those Astros teams. Biggio, Berkman, Bagwell. Ugh. Beltran. Man. Giovanni Rivas. It is 4-1 Braves. We're going into the 7th. So we saw the first 3 innings, about 1 hour. The next 3 innings took about an hour and a half. So let's see how these last 3 go. I think the Dodgers, they're really going to try and slow this game down as much as they can. Insane Clips. Am I able to delete messages? I can hide them. Oh, we're still not at 100 likes? Everyone, we're at 90 likes right now. We got to hit that like button. Especially with the Braves in position to maybe get back to their first World Series since 1999. We need all the people in here. The like button is really going to help. 93 likes now. Come on, everyone. Let's get to 100. I know there's some of you out there that have not gently tapped that like button. Question is, do I go out back to do some Uber after this game? It's going to be probably around 11:30, midnight. Do I want to go out for Saturday night on the Uber? Oh, it's actually looking pretty pretty busy out there right now. Oof. It is busy out there right now. So on Uber, in case you're not familiar, I don't know if you can see the, if I show you the map. So they have these things called surge zones, right? So you see all that red? All that red? You can see my little light in the background. But that red spot on the map, you get extra money for the rides that you do. So like there's a few spots here. Like you can get an extra $9.25 in this area. You can get an extra like $3.50 in this part, $5.75 in another spot. It is red hot right now. But we're not going anywhere till this game is over. Oh no. It's Luke Jackson. He's had a miserable series. Not a good postseason, a 7.20 ERA. Game 3, a third of an inning, 4 hits, 4 earned runs. Can Luke Jackson bounce back? He's going to need to get the Braves to the World Series. Tanya, I'm a Red Sox fan, but I'm rooting for the Braves here tonight. I'm rooting for the Braves. But here we go. I don't know about bringing Luke Jackson into this game, man. Oh, Chris Taylor gets into one. And that's off the wall. Just misses a home run. Rosario throws it back in. And Taylor slides in with a double. And Luke Jackson's troubles continue. Why is Luke Jackson in this game? I don't understand this move. Like, I get it. Like, get another chance. But I don't understand this move. I'm okay with bringing him in if it's a bigger lead. But I don't know. Or like, in a better part of the order. Oh, Luke Jackson. Oh, my God. I don't know about this. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not know about this. You better have someone warming up in that bullpen. If you don't, Brian Snicker, you, my friend, are not right. There's another ball from Jackson. 2-0 count. Yeah, Luke Jackson got destroyed in Game 3. Big home run to Bellinger there. It wasn't just that. It was just all the other stuff that happened too. Jerome, what's going on? Here we go. 2-0 count. Luke Jackson trying to make something happen. Another ball. 3-0 count. All right, so Madzik, is he ready or is he just stirring? I mean, I understand. I can understand bringing Jackson into this spot because I'd rather have Jackson here than, in the 8th or the 9th, obviously. Oh, another ball from Jackson, and he is off to a terrible start. The troubles continue. You got to think this is it. Nope. He's going to stay in the game. Here comes the pitching coach. Sean Smith, what's up? Made it back after a busy past few days. Hey, very busy on my end as well, my friend. Glad to see you. Rainiel Soto, hey, I'm obviously a little bummed about it, but at the end of the day, I'm a big boy. I'll move on. And I didn't expect the Red Sox to get this far. So losing to a good Astros team. I'm okay with it. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I always forget about the 3-batter minimum. You don't understand. I have watched baseball now for, quite a long time. And I'm so used to not having the 3-batter minimum. I don't know why I always forget about it. It drives me insane. I hate the rule. I think the rule is just like, I mean, I understand why they did it, but like, I just don't like the rule. But always forget about that 3-batter minimum. But here's Jackson trying to get something done. Slider drops in. Strike one. Blade, if I came into this game, it would be 10 earned for me with no outs. Jason, you don't mind the 3-batter minimum. If you can't face 3 major league batters in a row, then you don't belong. Yeah, I can agree with that too. Good take. There's another ball from Jackson. So far, 10 pitches, only 4 strikes. Jerome. Hi, sir. Robbie, I'm an avid fan of yours. Jerome, I'm a fan of you, my friend. I'm a fan of you for coming out tonight. Thank you for stopping by. Jackson trying to make something happen here. A slider drops in, catches the inside corner, and oh my, Luke Jackson has a 1-2 count. Can Luke Jackson get an out? After this, he's got, Pujols pinch hit, so I'm guessing Pujols will still be in. But a 1-2 count to Pollock. He had a couple of home runs the other night. Luke Jackson with a 1-2 count to Pollock. Pollock rips it to left. That's fair. And here comes the runner. 4-2. And Luke Jackson's troubles continue. And the Dodgers pull within 2. Okay, now we can take out Luke Jackson. Snicker, what are you doing, man? Why bring in... Why? Why? Sorry, Luke Jackson shouldn't have been in this game. We had a lot of better options. Honestly, I would have rather gone with Minter for another. Honestly, I would rather go with a tired Minter over Luke Jackson right now. This guy is just awful. He's not been getting it done. I mean, if you look at the rest of the bullpen, man, it's not like you had a lot of other options. I mean, you could have gone Chavez. I don't know. I think as Luke Jackson, it's like, I mean, it's nice and all to try and, get him back out there and work through some stuff, but not in a game like this. Not in a game like this. Hayden, what's going on, my friend? Yep. So in comes Matzik. Honestly, I would have had Matzik. I mean, I know why they brought in Jackson. Because you want to save Matzik for the 8th. And then you have Smith for the 9th. I get that. Honestly, I would have warmed up someone like, I don't know, like Smiley or something. Someone. I mean, I don't know. Or did Smiley pitch yesterday? Or the other night? Honestly, I would have brought in Smiley for an inning. I would have stayed far away from Luke Jackson. Yeah. Well, hey, this could end up being a really, really bad move for the Braves if they end up losing this game. But the Dodgers aren't done. One swing will tie this game. One swing could give the Dodgers the lead. Yeah, I'm in 19. I can appreciate the confidence, sticking with him. That's got to feel good, if you're Luke Jackson. But now, if you're Luke Jackson, yeah, you're not getting the ball again. I mean, unless it's like a, I don't know. They got to figure something out with him. There's something going on where it's something mechanically is probably not right. Tyler Burbeck, Starling Marte could be a nice fit for the Giants. But here we go. Matzik on the mound. A very good postseason. 2.16 ERA. Has he gone multiple innings in this postseason? They're probably going to want him to go 2 innings now. Let's go to the game log. I mean, you got to feel for Luke Jackson, Got to feel for him. That's tough. I mean, obviously the guy wants to do well. But let's go to the game log for Matzik. No. He hasn't thrown multiple innings. He's thrown an inning and a third once against Milwaukee. But he has not gone more than an inning any other time. So, could you see Matzik go an inning and a third? Maybe even inning and 2/3 maybe? It's going to be tough because you have the top of the Dodgers order coming up soon. I think Matzik, they're gonna ask a lot. They're gonna ask for a lot. I think they're gonna ask him to get through this inning, which if you get Pujols here, then you got a pinch hitter next, and then you have Betts. And I think they would like to keep him in for Seager. To have that lefty-lefty matchup. So I'm expecting Matzik get 3 outs here. Go against Seager in the next inning. It's got to work out perfectly, though. Yeah, Tyler, man. I think Logan Webb, he's gonna be really good. I think he's gonna be a popular pick for Cy Young next year. You got to love what Matzik has been doing. He had one bad outing against the Dodgers early in this series. But other than that, he's been shut down. Both against the Brewers and the Dodgers. But he's got to get through Pujols, one of the best hitters of all time. And Pujols is always a dangerous bat. Matzik with a 1-2 count. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Matzik. And the Braves have 1 out. They'll be pinch hitting Steven Souza Jr. in place of Blake Treinen, who will now be coming out of the game. But it's up to Steven Souza Jr., who only hit 152 this year with 1 home run. Luke Jackson loves it. But Matzik, that's a big first out here. He's got to get Souza Jr., and then he's going to have to get through Betts. Betts is going to be the big one. Because that's a tough matchup. Lefty-righty as well. Edmund, you could walk Mookie. You could. And then you get the lefty-lefty matchup. So that's something also you could do. Or will they want to just try and get Mookie And then you can get Seager, and then you have the lefty-lefty for Seager to start the next inning. Because you want to bridge the gap to Will Smith right now. That's what you want to do. You want Will Smith to have to not get as many outs as possible. I think that's the key right now. I wouldn't walk Mookie. I wouldn't do it. I don't know. I think you need all the outs right now. Oh, that pitch actually looked pretty good. It's a tough spot here for Madzik. Luke Jackson did not give him a good canvas to work with. 1-1 count. Big swing and a miss from Souza Jr. He needs one more strike. Can Souza come up big? In a big spot for the Dodgers. 1-2 count, Souza Jr. Madzik comes set. Here's the pitch. And strike three, fastball on the outside corner. And he has back-to-back strikeouts. Here comes Mookie. What are they going to do with Mookie? You could walk him. Like Edmund19 said in the chat. Or you could just go after him. It's going to be a tough one. Personally, I think you got to pitch to him. The Braves, they need to get as many outs as possible here. So you save Madzik for the lefty-lefty matchup to start the 8th. Captain Spartan with a $4.99 super chat. My favorite thing about Mats is how he reads the batter. He's very good, man. He's very good. He's been a very effective reliever this year for the Braves. There's strike one. $151 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? We got a pressure cooker here. It's 4-2 Braves. Mookie Betts is up. 0-1 count. Madzik trying to get out of this after Luke Jackson almost just gave up the whole thing. Another strike, 98 on the inside corner. He's looking for a big strikeout here. Atlanta is on their feet. Here we go. Madzik comes set. 0-2 count. Mookie Betts up. Big fastball strikes him out. And the Dodgers come up empty. They score one. But they couldn't do any more. And that's a huge inning for Madzik. 3 strikeouts after Luke Jackson was just absolutely horrendous. And the Braves are 6 outs away from the World Series. That's what I was saying. I was thinking, I don't know, like I could see why maybe you could walk Mookie because he's a dangerous bat. And you had, 2 runners on, you had the base empty, and then you would have a lefty-lefty with Seager. But then again, I'll say this for like the 3rd time. Right now, outs right now, you need outs. And I think if you saved Seager, the lefty-lefty matchup for the 8th, with no runners on, where someone else mentioned he does well with runners in scoring position. I think if, you have that lefty-lefty matchup to start the 8th, that's a, better chance you're going to get an out there. So you want as least as many outs as possible for Will Smith. Will Smith is coming into this game at some point. It's just a matter of how many outs is he going to have to get. I think Matzik comes in. Honestly, I think they'll try and get 2 out of Matzik. I could see them going after Seager and then pulling him there and then have Smith maybe go for a 5 out. I think, honestly, try and get another inning out of Matzik. Has he gone 2 innings this year? Has he ever been like a 2-inning guy? I mean, I don't see why not. Has he? Oh, wow. Okay, he's thrown 2 innings here against the Mets. Wow, no. He only threw 2 innings 1 time. They might ask him to do it again here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go an inning and a third. And then have Smith come in for a 5-out save. But I think if you're the Braves here, try and get another inning out of Matzik. I think that's going to be key. Have Smith come in, for the 9th. Actually, let's go to Smith. What is the most that he has pitched this year? So let's go to his game log. So Smith has not thrown more than an inning all year. So, yeah, I don't trust the idea of Will Smith coming in for more than an inning. You could maybe have Chavez ready. I don't think you're going to see Lee come in. He just made his debut the other night. Probably not Smiley. I don't see that. Whoa, what the? So you got Chris Martin. This season he's pitched in 3. You got Dylan Lee. I don't think Dylan Lee is going to come into this game. You got Jesse Chavez as well. Chavez has actually pitched well. Could you see Chavez in the 8th? Let me know what you guys think. Who should the Braves bring in? Who should the Braves bring in for the 8th? Would you stick with Matzik? Would you go with a Jesse Chavez? Would you go with a Chris Martin? What would you guys do here? For the Dodgers, they have... So you have Seager coming up. I think Matzik goes against Seager. Then you got Turner. So maybe you go Chavez after that. Because you got 2 righties. I could see them going Matzik and then Chavez. Just because of the lefty righty matchups. The 4-1-2, you think stay with Matzik? He looked really good. Look what he did against Betts. So the lefty righty thing didn't really matter all that much. Yeah, Malone, maybe just milk Matzik until he's got nothing left. 136 people in the chat. Oh, did we ever break 100 likes? Alrighty, we're up to 113 likes. Everyone, thank you so much. If anyone's new, think about subscribing. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. We're about halfway to 14.7. We're at 14,650 right now. Yeah, Abgeron, I kind of feel that way too. Try and get another inning out of Matzik. He looked really good. He's definitely coming back out because he's going for he's gonna have they're doing lefties against Seager. Question is, do you pull him after that? I think you stay with him. His stuff is looking good. Knievel in the game, getting Duvall to strike out. Oh, is it 121 now? 122? Ooh. Can we get to 150 likes before the night is over? 150 likes tonight, everyone. Let's do it. The Braves are so close to a World Series. Who would have thought the Braves would be in this spot in the middle of the season? Lane, you're saying go Will Smith for the last 2 innings. I like it. Aggressive. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. Yeah, Malone, I actually think the same thing. I think that a Giants-Braves series would have been really good. But the Braves would love some insurance. The Dodgers got a run back there in the 7th. Can the Braves get a run back of their own? Take the approach the Astros did last night. Just go for the dagger. Peterson pops it up. Betts is under it, and there's 2 outs. Yeah, Captain Spartan, it's a good revenge storyline. You gotta love it. Ryan McDonald, could you imagine the Dodgers just explode in the top of the 8th, top of the 9th, and then just come back and win the series? Oh, brutal. That's just brutal thinking about it. But here we go. Swanson is up here. Oh! Almost hit him. It's a little quiet in Atlanta right now. I don't know if it were me, I'm on my feet. I'm rooting the Braves on to try and get another run. Swing and a miss for Swanson. Swings through the fastball. Andrew wants all the chaos. Irish lover, Red Sox, Dodgers would be like a repeat of 2018. Well, unfortunately, no 2018 rematch this year. Another big fastball from Knievel. Swanson fouls it back. Blade, what do you think happened to the Dodgers? They jumped from 60 games to 162. Too much for them or what? I mean, who knows what it is, but they had a lot of depth on this team, and they just had a lot of injuries this year. A lot. Maybe not as close to the 2019 Yankees, but they had a lot of guys go down. Meineke man, Astros 2017 World Series, Red Sox 2018 World Series don't count because they cheated. Oh, no, Meineke man. Dodgers 2020 World Series doesn't count because of the pandemic. Therefore, the only recent World Series that counts is the Nationals. Decent take. I'll take it. Now, you can't take my 2018 World Series. All the cheating, it's fine. It's fine. Everyone was cheating. It's fine. You can never take my Steve Pearce World Series MVP away from me. Steve Pearce is forever my hero. Here we go. Oh, I didn't even see Swanson got a base hit. Jesus. How did I not even see that? When did that happen? Swanson with a base hit. How did I miss that? I guess I was looking at the chat. Wow. Shows commentary was kind of quiet on that. Usually I would my head would pop up and see what happened. Here's Darno. 1 for 2 tonight. God, whatever happened to Steve Pearce? Did he get hurt? Oh, no, he retired. That's right, he retired. Forgot about that. Steve Pearce is the man. Oof, nice curveball there. Here's Kenley Jansen. Warming up. Yeah, Steve Pearce becoming the World Series MVP was absolutely just blew my mind. It's quiet here in Atlanta. Commentary's quiet. Knievel, 97, just missing. Travis d'Arnaud has not done too much. I'm getting tired, everyone. Too much with the bat. But he's really helped this pitching this postseason, just helped guide them through. DJR, it is on TBS. Yeah, insane clips. It's pretty funny how that happened, right? Rodriguez did the check the time thing. And they never won a game again. I think that's going to be Eduardo Rodriguez's last start. Oh, Knievel gets a strike 3 call in the inner part of the plate. Looked a little inside, but the umpire liked it. And up come the Dodgers. I think at this point, Atlanta, I think they're okay with the Braves not even coming back up to bat. I think they just want to see the outs. Let's check on the Ubers, everyone. Let's see what Uber's looking like. Because I'll be probably going out there to do some Uber. Ooh, it's busy out there, everyone. Oh, it is a smoke show right now. Oh, I need this game to hurry up and end because I got to get out there. Look at all this red. Look at all the red. Look at all the red. You see all that? That's Uber money right there, everyone. Oh, my God. But we got a good game here tonight. No way I'm leaving. I am staying with all of you. 145 people in the chat. Yeah, Malone Labe, it's exactly what it is. and I want to take advantage. I live near the University of Central Florida. I definitely won't go out that way. But because I'm not dealing with drunk college kids. Absolutely not. I do live right near a very upscale area where there's some people with a little moolah in their pockets and they like to go out and have a couple beverages. That's where I like to go. I'm also kind of near downtown Orlando, But I don't want to go there either just because I don't want to deal with drunk college kids. I don't want to deal with, other drunk people that are going downtown. I want to deal with the drunk people that pay like $20 a drink and they're okay with it. Those are the drunk people I want to deal with. I'm okay with them. Hey, Abdron, man. I used to not like living in Florida very much, but I've really grown to love it. I've grown to love Florida. There it is, counter 546. Oh, do you, Lane? Uber to work? That's what I'm wondering, is when I start doing it full time next year, I'm wondering what it's going to be like in the mornings. Mighty Key Man, top 5 most annoying fan bases. I'm putting the Padres in there, sorry. I'm not saying all Padres fans are annoying, but I'm going back to last offseason when Padres fans absolutely, they wanted to set me on fire on Twitter because there were the rumors of Yu Darvish going around, and I was like, if they trade for Yu Darvish, they're not even going to have a farm system anymore. Because they had, besides Luis Campusano and Robert Hassel and Mackenzie Gore. And I said it kind of jokingly, too. I was like, God, they're not even going to have a farm system anymore. I had 50 to 100 Padres fans say come after me. It was ridiculous. I was like, what in the world is wrong with these people? And how hilarious is it that the Padres didn't even make the playoffs? So, good grief. Here's Matzik against Corey Seager. And he strikes him out. This is exactly what I was saying. You had to bring him back here against Seager. Do you keep him in? I think you do. I think you go for 2 innings. I don't think you should mess with it. Don't take him out. You try to get Luke Jackson. Here's the Braves' plan right now is to just get outs. Obviously, I know that sounds obvious, but it's a little more than that. You got to bridge the gap. You got to create that bridge to Smith. And Luke Jackson just failed you completely. The plan was, Trey Turner swings at the first pitch onto Riley onto first, and there's the second out. And the Braves are 4 outs away. But I think the plan was Jackson for the 7th, Madzik for the 8th, and Smith for the 9th. So Jackson didn't work out, so now Madzik, his night got a little tougher. Meineke, man, I'm going to be honest, yeah, I agree. That was really annoying last year in the offseason. I had people saying just some of the most just mean stuff. On my Twitter account, I think my bio says something like, I talk about baseball a lot. I think that's what my bio says. I had someone write back to me saying, oh, you talk about baseball a lot, but you don't know anything about it, or something like that. I'm like, listen here, brother. I probably know more about it than you do, my friend. So go eat a sandwich. And then they didn't even make the playoffs. So it's winner, chicken dinner. Hope that guy's watching. Ground ball to Riley, on to first, and the Braves are 3 outs away. DK57, you would go with Matzik again. I mean, honestly. But I don't think you do it. You're not going to have Matzik bat. It makes sense to bring in Smith. It makes sense. I understand keeping Matzik in, but he did the job that they needed him to do. I mean, I'm all for it. I'm not opposed to it. Do I think the Braves do it? I don't think they do. I think you go with the pinch hitter. You go with Smith to finish the game. But if they want to stick with the hot hand, you can put Matzik out there again. And then you have Will Smith waiting. But I don't know. I don't think you do it. I think you need to try and get an insurance run here if you can. So I think you pinch hit for Matzik. Matzik hadn't gone more than an inning and a third or more than 2 innings at all this year. The most he went was 2 innings in the regular season, and that was one time. And so he just did it again. I don't think he goes back out. I mean, I don't see it. But in comes Kenley Jansen. Question is, does Matzik stay in? Lane Kerner, I did not see, after I saw the Game 4 final, I figured this wasn't going past 6. Yeah, Counter, I agree with you. Braves need a patented Kyle Tucker late inning 2 out 3 run home run. I think if they can get one here, you feel like 100 times better. You know, Danny, I actually got a really good deal. I live in kind of an older place, but they've renovated it. So I live in a studio apartment. It's extremely cheap. It's like the wait list for this place is like, when I first put my name on the list, the wait list, they told me it could be more than a year. The demand to get into this apartment complex is very high because their prices are so low. Yeah, I pay, what do I pay? I pay like $770 a month for my rent for a studio. Yeah, right. I mean, you're probably thinking, what? $770, and it's not a bad place either. It's actually like a pretty decent place. So, but you're not going to find those prices anywhere in Orlando. Highlight Glory. I teach 2nd grade, so I teach all the subjects. DK57, Orlando, my friend. Yeah, Danny, that's kind of what you're looking at, right? You know, it's like you're looking at for a studio, especially. And I'm in like a pretty good area too. So here's Kenley Jansen. Yep. Matzik coming out. You got Jorge Soler. It makes so much sense to bring in a pinch hitter, especially with someone like Soler on the bench. You got to go with him. You can't go Matzik for a 3rd inning. I know he's a hot hand, but nah. Will Smith gets the 9th. Wow, Jose, $600 a month. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. Prices for living right now, like just everything costs so much. Housing, cars, gas, everything. Groceries I feel like are getting a little more pricey. That one's not as noticeable, but I feel like lately, like, I don't know, I tend to get the same stuff all the time, and I feel like I've been spending like a little bit more lately. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, Abgeron. If you could find a studio for $1,000, even in Massachusetts in general, that's insane. Braves fans are chopping on right now. Good movement on that cutter from Jansen. Yeah, Andrew Moore. Yeah, I think you got the idea there. You know, he's pitching really well, but I don't know. I think you take him out. Who do they have up next? They got Will Smith out, right? In the last inning, was that the last guy? Yeah, it was Will Smith. So, you got Chris Taylor coming up next. Nah. It's going to be a tough bat, though. Hey, You got, Bellinger, lefty. That'll be good. So Chris Taylor is going to be the tough one. And then if you can get through Taylor and Bellinger, you got Pollock. 184 people in the chat. Everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me. Let's get to 150 likes. If there's anyone new, hit that subscribe button. We got the World Series coming up. I'll be going live pretty much every single game. Game 2, I might not be able to be here because I got a birthday thing to go to. But I will be here for a post game at least, or to catch the end of the game. So probably that's what I'll end up doing. I'll catch the end of the game with you guys, and then we'll do a post game real quick. But I will be here for all the other games. Daniel, just subscribe. What's going on, my friend? Welcome. We're drawing closer to 14.7. 14.7K subscribers. We're more than halfway there now. Andrew Moore, just sub. Thank you so much. That's okay, Andrew. I've been just doing live stuff for this postseason, really. I will be doing live streams for off-season news, rumors, whatever. Probably Monday through Thursday. And if anything happens on the weekend, I'll go live as well. But I will be making content, pre-recorded content. I'll be doing MLB The Show, rebuilds. I'll be doing tier maker stuff, whatever else, you know. Here's Soler. 1-2 count. Soler rips it to left. And that's a base hit. Oh, Soler's chugging. He's chugging. He slides. He's safe. Jorge Soler. Now that's a pinch hit. And that is why you take Matzik out. Gotta go with the good bat. Jorge Soler has some speed. He was moving like a freight train around that first base. Man. Blade. Francisco Daniel has an Uber question. Oh, Uber question. Where? I don't see it. I don't see it. Type it again. My eyes are getting a little heavy over here. So if I missed it, I don't know. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Francisco, I can officially drive next month by myself. Should I do Uber for a starter job? I would do it more. Honestly, no, I wouldn't. I don't know. I think those younger years, I think, nah. Just get better at driving. Get better at driving. There's a lot of bad drivers out there. Get better at driving. Focus on that. I think, honestly, just, you know, nah, I wouldn't. Go get, pick up a job somewhere, you know. Oh, yeah, and you got to be 21 as well to drive for Uber, I think. So I'm not sure if you're at that age, but. Oh, in New York? No. God. No. Jerome Gonzalez, more power to your show. More subscribers to come. God bless. Hey, God bless to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Here's Rosario. He had the big hit tonight, which is why you see the Braves with 4 runs. Big 3-run homer for Eddie Rosario. 14 hits in this series for Rosario. Big swing and a miss from Rosario. He tried to hit the ball to Pluto. Is that even still a planet? I don't think it's a planet. Captain Spartan, I mean, honestly, he's pumping up those jersey sales. But yeah, Jared, I think Jared's right in the chat. I think you got to be 21. Let's see how the area is looking. Oh, no, there's no more red zone. Oh, everyone, the money is gone. Oh. Rosario hits it to deep center. But Duvall, no, I mean, not Duvall, good grief. Bellinger gets it. I'm getting tired, everyone. I'm thinking that's Duvall out there. Ugh. But Rosario ripped it out to center. Oh, my God, he is seeing the ball well. Whew. Smoke show. Good catch from Bellinger. Really, what a play. But the Braves, they got a runner at third. Good move walking Freeman. Blade, man, you're seeing my potato brain really go to work right now. Sleepy Robbie is not a very focused Robbie. But Ozzie Albies coming up. Freddie Freeman got the intentional walk. Jorge Soler is on third. They're looking for an insurance run here, with Will Smith coming to the mound for the ninth. Could we see something like last night where Kyle Tucker had a 3-run bomb? Could Albies have a 3-run bomb to put this game out of reach? Actually, Blade, I had myself an espresso a little earlier. Had it before the stream. So, no nights off for the espresso. There's that Kenley Jansen shimmy, whatever the heck you call it. Albies rips it to the right, but that's foul. Albies trying to get Soler home. Maybe even trying to get Freeman home as well. Maybe even trying to get himself home. One swing could make this a 7-2 game. Oh, is it Heredia on third? Oh, I'm sorry. Really? They pinch hit for him? Man, do you see how fast he was going around those bases? Soler was chugging. Jabbit99, love the show. Let's go Braves. Appreciate that, my friend. Mighty Command, Albies cannot lay off the high fastball. Been his kryptonite all of his career. Man, must be him crouching down so low. Funny, he has a pretty low crouch, and then he stands up a little straighter. $145 likes. 7 dislikes. 7 people don't like my face. That's okay. It's not a good face. It's really not. Man, imagine if Acuna was in this game. Poor Acuna, man. That was the MVP right there. Oh, Freeman stole second. Didn't even see that. Braves got runners at second and third. Austin Riley, 0 for 5 against Jansen in his career. Austin Riley has had a couple of big moments in this series, a couple of back-to-back walk-off hits. Abgeron, the dislikes have to be the salty Dodger fans. Oh, no. It's not over yet, Dodger fans. There's a cutter. Catches the upper part of the zone. Strike one. Got a 1-1 count to Riley. Both teams at the top of their dugouts. Yeah, Charles YT, he would still get a ring if they win it all. Acuna definitely deserves it. Another cutter from Jansen. Riley fouls it back. Anonymous. Freeman on second. Single gets 2 in. And if they walk Riley, Duvall comes up and he is great with runners on. But here we go. Riley's got to make something happen here. Braves fans looking for an insurance run. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Hey, 200 people in the chat for the first time. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? Braves up 4-2. 1-2 count to Riley. Jansen comes set. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss on a 94-mile-an-hour cutter. And Riley couldn't come up with it. Dodgers 2. Braves 4. The Braves are 3 outs away. Mr. Colton just subscribed. What's going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome. So who do we got here? We got Taylor. We got Bellinger. We got Pollock. Oh! A new member! Abgeron has become a member! The 44th member of the channel. We're creeping closer and closer to 50 members on the channel. Abgeron, thank you so much, my friend. You'll find the link to the Discord on the community tab. Come on into the Discord, my friend. The Discord is getting busier and busier every day. There's 200 people in the chat. If anyone is new, hit that subscribe button. We have memberships on the channel, as you just saw. Abgeron becoming our 44th member. You get access to a private Discord. You get badges and emojis for the live streams, which is the focus of this channel, I would probably say. If I were to say, is there anything that, what sets us apart from other channels like Fuzzy and Giraffe Neck Mark, Jolly Olive, guys like that. It's the live shows here, I think. I think the live shows are what make this channel unique. Francisco Daniel, question for everyone. Clemson or UCLA? I mean, you got to go UCLA. You had Garrett Cole there. You had Trevor Bauer. I mean, come on. Eric Ritz has just subscribed. What's going on? Craig, Jolly Olive goes all right. I like me some Jolly Olive. He reminds me of kind of like Foolish Baseball. Yeah, kind of like Foolish Baseball. And the Braves are trying to get their last 3 outs to lock down a spot in the World Series since 1999. Heredia has moved into center for as a defensive replacement. Duvall moves over to right. Chris Taylor is going to be a tough bat to get by for Will Smith, who's looking to come in and get the save. Madzik, what a performance from him. Luke Jackson came in, almost blew the whole thing. And Madzik comes in and was just nails over 2 innings. But Will Smith coming in to try and lock it down. And also, don't forget about Ian Anderson. He had a pretty solid start. Didn't go very deep into the game, but he really got it done. He started getting hit around a little bit there on his way out. But overall, a gutsy performance for him. Two 2-1 count to Taylor. Will Smith pours in a fastball at 94. Eddie Rosario with the big hit in this game. A 3-run shot to right. The Dodgers have had a couple of RBI base hits. But as of right now, the Braves are in position to win this game. Just going over the scoring plays one more time. That's the all plays. Austin Riley, remember going back to the first. He got it started with the RBI ground rule double. Bellinger had the base hit where he beat the shift that tied the game. Rosario had the huge 3-run home run. And then Pollock had the double to make it 4-2. Here comes Smith. Fastball! Up out of the zone. Taylor swings through it. Strike 3. 1 out. Chris Taylor has been phenomenal. 3 home runs the other night. But in possibly his last at-bat as a Dodger, he strikes out. If that was his last at-bat as a Dodger, you got to love what Chris Taylor has done in LA. But right now the focus is on the Braves. Cody Bellinger. He is standing in the way of history. Will Smith brought to the Braves on a 3-year contract, trying to get the Braves to a World Series. Slider just misses 1-1 count. The Dodgers had all of this talent, but injuries, certain players having to step away from the game, have come back to haunt the Dodgers in the end here, and they're looking at an exit from the postseason right in the face. Think they really missed Kershaw this postseason. Definitely missed Trevor Bauer. I mean, you could even say they missed Dustin May. Losing Max Scherzer tonight. Bellinger swings, fouls it back. 2 strikes. 257 people in the chat. Everyone hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you are new, everyone hit that bell button. Cody Bellinger, 2-2 count. Will Smith looking to lock down the second out. Bellinger has come alive in this postseason after a bad season. Can he do something here? There's a fastball up and away. 94. We got a full count. What a season for Bellinger. A horrible regular season, but he's come alive ever since that wild card game against the Cardinals. Big hits, stolen bases, big home runs. Cody Bellinger looks like he found his form in this postseason, but will it be enough to get the Dodgers to a Game 7? And he swings and misses. Strike 3. 2 outs. And the Braves are 1 out away. 22 years. Bellinger takes a slow walk back to the dugout. And honestly, what irony. What irony. Cody Bellinger, as tough as a season as they come, and it is possibly his last at-bat of the season, swings through a 94-mile-an-hour fastball to strike out. People in the stands are hugging. Braves fans are about to lose it. It's been a long time since we've seen the Braves in a World Series. The last time, 1999, getting swept by the Yankees. Here's A.J. Pollock. Traded from the Diamondbacks to the Dodgers. Trying to make something happen here. Here's Will Smith with the pitch. Pollock, ground ball. Swanson has it. On to first, and the Braves are going to the World Series for the first time in 22 years. Andrew Jones, Chipper Jones, Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine are smiling somewhere. And the Braves, for the first time since 1999, after blowing a 3-1 series lead last year, don't blow it this year and are going to the World Series. What a team. What a team in the second half. This team was out of it. They had nothing left. Ronald Acuna went down, out for the season with a torn ACL. But then the Braves, they made some out-of-the-box moves. Brought in a Jock Peterson. Brought in a Jorge Soler. Brought in a Richard Rodriguez, who wasn't even in this bullpen, but helped in the regular season. Brian Snitker, a bit of an interesting move, bringing in a Luke Jackson for the 7th, but you got to love the job that Brian Snitker has done for the Braves. A lot of guys stepped up for the Atlanta Braves this year. Austin Riley, I think, the biggest of them all. When Ronald Acuna Jr., your best player, went down, someone needed to step up. And Austin Riley did just that. Freddie Freeman, in possibly his last season as a Brave, had a phenomenal season again for the Braves. Ozzie Albies with a great season. Great seasons all around this team. Eddie Rosario, a magical postseason. An incredible series. Who will most likely get the MVP of this series. Dansby Swanson with a good season, both offensively and defensively. Atlanta fans, you deserve this one. You deserve this one. The World Series is set. It will be the Braves. It will be the Astros. Game 1, Tuesday night, 8:09 Eastern Time. Everyone, I am going to get out of here. I am tired. I'm actually probably going to go out and maybe do a little bit of Uber. But I know I'm going to go to sleep rather soon in the next couple of hours. I know that. But everyone, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. I will have a World Series preview Monday night. Monday night, I will be here to do a preview of the World Series live. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. We got a great World Series coming up. If I could give a quick preview right now. Quick preview. You got good pitching for the Braves against a really good offense with the Astros. The Astros, hey, Luis Garcia, Framber Valdez, they really stepped it up in that series against the Red Sox towards the end. The bullpen really came through for the Astros there. Both teams have really come through in this postseason. And it's going to be a really good World Series. I'm actually really excited for this one. Sure, Dodgers, Astros, that would have been fun ratings-wise, a lot of trash talking. But in the end, I think out of these four teams, I'm excited to see this one. I'm excited. And you know, sure, I would have loved my Red Sox to be in it. But the Astros are just they have a phenomenal offense. It's just a pleasure to watch that offense operate. This Braves team has just been so fun. They have come together in just the best way. They're playing their best baseball. You got to love what the Braves are doing. You got to love what the Astros are doing. But everyone, I will have a full preview of the World Series Monday night. I would say probably around 9 o'clock. Sounds like a time where I'd probably end up doing it. But everyone, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I want to thank everyone that put in a super chat tonight. We had I don't know how many super chats we had tonight, but you guys were just pouring them in. And I really appreciate that. Everyone that has been coming out for all of the streams, thank you for coming out again tonight. Anyone new, welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming out. All the new members that we had sign up tonight, thank you. But one more time, I will just say, if you are new, you have yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. We got the World Series coming up on Tuesday. I got my preview Monday night. Everyone, if you can, before you get out of here, hit that like button for me. Hit the bell button if you haven't hit it yet. You got to get notified of all the World Series streams that I'll be doing and all of the off-season shows that I'll be doing live. Share this and any other videos from the channel with anyone. Memberships, you can find the join button on my homepage. For just 99 cents a month, you get badges, emojis, Q&As for future live shows, and access to a private Discord and subreddit. Also, everyone, we have a link for Dr. Squatch in the description below. You get 10% off your first order. If you want to smell absolutely fantastic, go check out that link below. But everyone, that's all I have. I want to thank you again. I will probably not be doing anything tomorrow. I'm going to take the day. I need to kind of recharge for this World Series coming up. I'm sure you all do too. Go outside tomorrow. Go do something tomorrow. Go hang out with family, friends. Go, I don't know, whatever. Get some exercise. Go eat a sandwich. I don't care. But everyone, have a good rest of your night wherever you are in the world. Have a good day tomorrow. Have a good day Monday. And I'll see you Monday night. I'll talk to you next time.